Get started in a second. All right, we'll go ahead and get this kicked off. Start this off by giving all honor, praise, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Wahakadosh Rakah.
honor to the apostles and others at the great millstone. Peace and blessings to the brothers teaching the truth. First and foremost, the faithful elect, those slated to be saved from the destruction that's been, foretold, declared from the beginning to happen to America, which is code named in the Bible, in the many aliases. And the destruction has also been declared to come upon all the earth, primarily here, and all the wicked inhabitants hereof. Those slated to be saved also being declared in the Bible, being none other than the Israelites, who are today being called so-called blacks, aka Negroes, so-called Native American Indians, so-called West Indians, so-called, Afro people, wherever they may be at. Those teaching the true doctrine of the Bible, the men teaching the true doctrine of the Bible, and the men, women, and children of these people that have turned back to their heritage, the doctrine of the Bible, the true doctrine of the Bible, the doctrine of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and are ended in the faith of it according to their works. Shalom. All right. So pretty much, man, we'll be pretty much revisiting the temple. And as you say, you see the title, as I always say, you see the title. And it's pretty much going to be a commemoration of, the temple in the form of the Feast of Dedication. Salah. In the form of the Feast of Dedication. All right. Which is, known by, people lost in the world as Hanukkah or some crap like that. And we pretty much going it's a lot that goes into this. So pretty much what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into that. Go ahead and kick this off with we need Judges 45 and 14. Judges 5 and 14.
Come.
Start at verse. You got it. Let's go.
Come. This is Judges chapter 5, verse 14.
We'll start at 11.
Come. This is Judges chapter 5, verse 11. They that are delivered.
You can actually start at 9.
Come. Judges chapter 5, verse 9.
Yeah.
My heart is toward the governors of Israel.
Yeah. You can get that word governor. Word governor in the Hebrew. It should be Masharah. All right. Let's see what it means.
It's Kukwak.
Kwa?
Yeah, Kukwak.
Kwa. Okay, Kwa. You got many words. You got many different Hebrew words or different variations of a particular word in English that might have multiple Hebrew words for it. But Masharat is one of them. That's government. So governor is what again?
Kukwak.
Kwak. Okay, go ahead.
It says to cut out, decree, inscribe, to set, engrave.
So this is pretty much saying that in the acting form. You know what I'm saying? Like you have the government, that's just the system, Masharat. And you got the acting out of the government, which is Kwak. And you said it's the what?
It says to cut out, to decree.
So it's the action, the acting out of it. Go ahead.
It says to inscribe,
Uh-huh.
to set.
Yep.
It says one who decrees, a lawgiver.
A what?
A lawgiver.
It's a lawgiver. So when you go into government, it's going to tell you it means law. So when you're a governor, you give the law. You're acting it out. All right. So whole point of the matter, this is dealing with the whole point. This is dealing with the law. All right. You keep going for a little more.
It says so like it says law printed and appoint.
Read that one time. You said law what?
It says law printed
Law printed. Okay, come on.
and appoint.
And appoint. Okay, so yeah, these are people that just appoint the law. So this is dealing with the law, which is what we're going into. All right, you got it, brother.
Khan. This is Judges chapter 5, verse 9. My heart is towards the governors of Israel.
Yeah, because they're the ones that's going to appoint you. They're the ones that's going to give you law. You see, hold that real quick and give me Matthew 5:17.
Khan.
You got it?
This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
Yeah, this is Yahweh Shai talking. You see what I'm saying? He said, think not, he's come to destroy the law. See that? Come on.
Matthew 5 verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law
Come on.
or the prophets.
Come on.
I am not come to destroy,
He's not come to destroy. Go ahead.
but to fulfill.
But to fulfill. See that? Meaning to actually bring it forth. You know, bring out the purpose of it. All right? Go ahead.
For verily I say unto you,
Mm-hmm.
till heaven and earth pass,
Heaven and earth, going into the ground we walk upon, and the sky we look up to. Go ahead.
one jot or one tittle
In one jot. So a period, a comma, a word, a letter. Go ahead.
or one tittle
A Hebrew symbol. Go ahead.
shall in no wise pass from the law.
None of it's going to lead from the law. Go ahead. None of those things that collectively help make up the law, whether it's, like I said, a Hebrew symbol or some type of indentation, it's not, those are all things that help make up what we read as the law. He said none of that is going to pass away until what?
Till all be fulfilled.
Till all be fulfilled. See, till all be fulfilled. Meaning what? The Lord's will. Once again, going back into prophecy. All right? And this is what that actually going to take us back into. So you can go back to the Judges. So this right here is going to take us back into prophecy. You got it?
Judges chapter 5, verse 9. My heart is towards the governors of Israel that offered themselves willingly among the people. Bless ye the Lord Yahweh.
So they offered themselves willingly. The governors. That's an office. That's a lot, and it's true. You got governors. All right, go ahead.
Judges 5 and 10. Speak ye that ride on asses, ye that sit in judgment, and walk by the way.
See? So you're supposed to speak up. You're supposed to appoint. Go ahead.
They that are delivered from the noise of archers,
They that are delivered from the what?
from the noise
Come on.
of archers
Come on.
in the places of drawing water.
So they're delivered from archers, so war. You see what I'm saying? Destruction, chaos. And instead are in the place of what?
Drawing waters.
Drawing waters. Where this truth is at. Come on.
There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord.
See, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. And rehearse. That's what this is tonight. This is a pretty much we're all to remember all of our holy days, and that's what this goes into. You see what I'm saying? Revisiting the whole temple. Because real quick, give me Leviticus in the 23rd chapter. We're gonna start with Salaki. Yeah, 23 started what?
Fine. This is Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1.
Yep.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them,
Yeah, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Come on.
Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord.
See, now we're going into the feast. All right, come on.
Which ye shall proclaim,
Which ye shall, come on.
proclaim
Yep.
to be holy convocations.
Yeah. Who will do that? The governors. Come on.
Even these are my feast.
See, come on.
6 days shall work be done.
Okay, this is one.
But
Now, when you read all of these, you don't get what's called the Feast of Dedication. That's not in here. All right? You're not going to read that. Okay? Because we just had we're in a time now of Purim, you know? But we're just rehearsing. All of it is practicing. You see what I'm saying? So right now we're practicing. We're just remembering the Feast of Dedication, just because man's going to the Lord. Pretty much the time where everybody on average was rehearsing it was like a couple months ago. You see what I'm saying? I think towards the end of last year, like November-ish, December-ish, somewhere in there. But everybody on different timelines. And then you don't even know the time we're in any damn way, which is why it's hard to keep up. You see what I'm saying? Well, I won't say that, but to know if you're on point. Everyone has an estimate. Only thing we know today is for sure is that we're able to still keep the new moons. You see what I'm saying? Which today is, in fact. Now, going back to this, the reason why this is important because the feasts are a part of the law. Yahweh said he are a part of the law. The high holy days. Yahweh said, think not him, he is coming to destroy the law. Going back to the judges. You see what I'm saying? We will be rehearsing the righteous acts. The righteous acts will be keeping the law. You see what I'm saying? To the best of our ability. Practicing it, rehearsing it, because you're not going to be able to keep it, perfect. All right? Now, back to where we're at now. When you read about the feast days, you see what I'm saying? Days you could try to keep and observe, as the Lord told us we are to do and proclaim. You're not going to read about this particular one called the Feast of Dedication. So that's a whole nother thing. Because, we'll get to it. Go ahead and jump to the point, Matthew 10 and 22. You can read the whole chapter, you're not going to find it. You can read, I believe, Numbers 28. I believe that's Numbers 28. It gives you Lord's feast days.
read up.
In Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. And it also gives you the feast days in Numbers, the 28th chapter. All right, you got it. In either one of them, are you going to read about the Feast of Dedication? What's this? Go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake.
Matthew, John, so like St. John 10 and 22.
God, this is St. John chapter 10, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
And it was at Jerusalem the Feast of Dedication.
See, where is that at? How did that happen? Because we had a couple times that the temple was destroyed, which we did. We went into, a couple weeks back at this point, I think, covering the temple. You can read about the temple that David and he had in his mind to build, but Solomon went on to actually build the first physical temple. You can go read about that in 2 Samuel. I think the 2 Samuel and the 1 Kings. You can go read about those two. 1 Kings, like the 7th, 6th, and 7th, through like the 9th chapter. You can read about when Solomon was actually building it. 1 Kings, Slakia. 2 Kings, 6 to like 9-ish. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's when that physical temple was built. Guess what? It got destroyed. The place that the Lord would say he would put his name, the place he would dwell at. The place the Lord, the tabernacle in which the Lord would use to make his presence known. You see what I'm saying? It was destroyed twice. It was destroyed that the first time. Now, the Feast of Dedication is this. We went back during the time of Nehemiah. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Some quick history. It was destroyed. In Nehemiah, let's start at you started taking that you take it that one.
Mm-hmm. This Nehemiah chapter 1, verse 1. The words of Nehemiah, the son of Hakaliel, and it came to pass in the month of Chislev, in the 20th year, as I was in Shushan, the palace, that Hanani, one of my brethren, came, he and a certain man of Judah. And I asked him concerning the Jews that had escaped, which were left of the captivity, and concerning Jerusalem. And they said unto me, the remnant that are left of the captivity there in the province are in a great affliction and a reproach. The wall of Jerusalem also is broken down, and the gates thereof are burnt with fire.
Now this is after Babylon. All right? This is after Babylon happened. This is after the northern kingdom was gone, then followed up by the Babylonian captivity. All right? In which the southern kingdom would, be overthrown and taken from the land. All right? You got it.
And it came to pass.
By who? By the Elam. All right? By the Persians and the Medes. All right? Babylon was taken down by, or pretty much taken over by, the Persians and the Medes. Go ahead.
And it came to pass, when I heard these words, that I sat down and wept, and mourned certain days, and fasted, and prayed before the Most High of heaven, the God of heaven, and said, I beseech thee, O Lord, God of heaven.
Where you at?
Verse 5.
You read 3 already?
Nah.
Read 3.
Nehemiah chapter 1, verse 3. And they said unto me, the remnant that are left of the captivity there in the province are in great affliction and a reproach. The wall of Jerusalem also is broken down.
See?
And the gates thereof are burnt with fire.
See? There you go. Now, this is actually going into the city for real, for real. That's what happened. That's what fulfilled our, our dwelling place, Israel. Come on.
It says, verse 4, it says, and it came to pass when I heard these words that I sat down and wept and mourned certain days, and fasted and prayed before the Most High of heaven, the God of heaven, and said, I beseech thee, O Lord.
Finish that verse and we're going to jump to the point.
I beseech thee, O Lord of heaven, the great and terrible God, that keepeth covenant and mercy for them that love him and observe his commandments.
All right, jump to Nehemiah 2 and 3. You guys should start at 1.
This is Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 1. And it came to pass in the month of Nisan, the 20th year, in the 20th year of Artaxerxes, the king, that
This is Xerxes. Come on.
that wine was before him. And I took up the wine and gave it unto the king. Now I had not been before time sad in his presence. Wherefore the king said unto me, why is it thy countenance sad, seeing thou art not sick? This is nothing else but sorrow of heart. Then I was very sore afraid, and said unto the king, let the king live forever. Why should not my countenance be sad, when the city, the place of my father's sepulchres, lieth waste? Sepulchres lieth waste.
Yeah, and that's talking about the graveyards. You know, pretty much the legacy of our people is just no more. It was destroyed, man. So he's telling that to the king. Go ahead.
And the gates thereof are consumed with fire. Then the king said unto me, for what does thou make request? So I prayed.
So the Lord, he, was pretty much using, Xerxes. You know what I'm saying? And he pretty much gave our people a pass through him. You see what I'm saying? This one we will go back and rebuild, the temple that was just destroyed. And Solomon, through the fulfilling of, what David said he would do, that whole ordeal was no more. It was destroyed, man. The whole temple was done. It was finished. So this is pretty much the rebuilding of it right here. All right, you got it. That's what's about to happen. Come on.
Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 4. So I prayed to the God of heaven, and I said unto the king, if it please the king, and if thy servant have found favor in thy sight, that thou wouldest send me unto Judah, unto the city of my fathers, sepulchres, that
unto the city of my father's sepulchres. Yep, where they buried at David, Solomon. Everybody, if you read about every king, they will always be buried in the city of David. But if they would die in honor, if they died with dishonor, they would get put somewhere else among the common folk. But all the kings would get, you see what I'm saying, that treatment. But you got it.
That I may build it. And the king said unto me, the queen also sitteth by him.
But you got to remember, this is after us ruling. That's having kings and stuff. All of that, the whole timeline is done already. You know what I'm saying? It's finished at this point. Come on.
For how long shall thy journey be? And when wilt thou return?
Now read that part one more time. That fifth verse.
This is Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 5.
Come on.
And I said unto the king, if it please the king, and if thy servant have found favor in thy sight, that thou wouldest send me unto Judah, unto the city of my fathers, sepulchres.
Yeah, so this is the southern kingdom. Come on.
That I may build it.
So-called blacks, like so-called black, aka Negroes and West Indians. All right, and then some of you are amongst the northern kingdom as well. A lot of Ephraimites are Judah. A lot of people in South America are Judah. But Judah was scattered throughout the history, but it would be people today just outright known as so-called African Americans, Negroes, West Indians. All right, go ahead.
And the king said unto me, the queen also sitting by him.
And you're also found in Europe. All right, come on, bro.
For how long shall thy journey be?
And he said that I might go back and build it. Where you at, verse 5?
Just got the 6. Well, I'm 6.
Well, yeah, the point in 5. So as he said, unto the city of my fathers and sepulchres that I may build it. All right. So this is when he was asking to go back and rebuild that temple. All right. Now let's go ahead and jump down to the point. That's the point. But they actually go on to rebuild it, and that's pretty much what happens. Okay, let's see. Jump to verse 16.
All right. Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 16. And the rulers knew not whither I went or what I did, neither had as I yet told it to the Jews.
Matter of fact, jump to 10 real quick.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 10.
Come on.
When Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the servant, the Ammonite, heard of it, it grieved them exceedingly, that there was come a man to seek the welfare of the children of Israel.
That should be hard to read. You got it.
So I came to Jerusalem and was there 3 days. And I rose in the night, and some few men with me, neither told I any man that my power, my God, had put in my heart to do at Jerusalem.
See, so the tone, just I see why you read. See. You got another phone?
No, I got it.
All right, go ahead.
Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 10. When Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the servant, the Ammonite, heard of it, it grieved them exceedingly that there was come a man to seek the welfare of the children of Israel.
See, it grieved them. Why would it grieve them? Because these people want us to stay down. You see what I'm saying? Come on.
So I came to Jerusalem and was there 3 days.
Yeah, it's Nehemiah. Come on.
And I rose in the night,
Yep.
I and some few men with me.
Now listen, come on.
Neither told I any man what my God, my power, had put in my heart to do
Yeah, what my heavenly Father, see, He put it in His heart to do. Come on.
at Jerusalem.
See, and that was to go back and rebuild it. The temple. Come on.
Neither was there any beast with me,
Mm-hmm.
save the beast that I rode upon.
You only have one. Come on.
And I went out by night
Mm-hmm.
by the gate of the valley, even before the dragon well, and to the dung port,
Mm-hmm.
and viewed the walls of Jerusalem,
Mm-hmm.
which were broken down,
Mm-hmm.
and the gates thereof were consumed with fire.
There you go, man. All right. There you got it.
Then I went on to the gate of the fountain and to the king's pool, but there was no place for the beast that was under me to pass.
The shit was that, destroyed. Go ahead.
Then went I up in the night by the brook and viewed the wall, and turned back and entered by the gate of the valley, and so returned. And the rulers knew not whither I went, or what I did, neither had I as yet told it to the Jews, nor to the priests, nor to the nobles, nor to the rulers, nor to the rest that did the work. Then said I unto them, Ye see the distress that we are in, how Jerusalem lieth waste, and the gates thereof are burnt with fire. Come, let us build up the wall of Jerusalem, that we be no more a reproach. Then I told them,
And that's the time we in now, man. If you can receive it. Because we're going to run through all this, but all this relates to now. That's why this is still relevant. Go ahead.
Then I told them,
Because really, we already went over. You the damn temple, man. You see what I'm saying? The elect. All right? The elect are the temple. So them being built up is 100% needed. Because you're hearing, look, we have nothing without it. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 18.
Yeah.
Then I told them of the hand of my power, which was good upon me, as also the king's words that he had spoken unto me. And they said, Let us rise up and build.
See?
So they strengthened their hands for this good work. But when Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the servant, the Ammonite, and Geshem the Arabian heard it, they laughed us to scorn and despised us, and said, What is this thing that ye do? Will ye rebel against the king? Then answered I them and said unto them, the God of heaven, the Most High, he will prosper us. Therefore, we his servants will arise and build, but ye have no portion, nor right, nor memorial in Jerusalem. Keep it coming. Nehemiah chapter 3, verse 1. Then Eliashib, the high priest, rose up with his brethren, the priest, and they builded the steep gate, the sheep gate. They sanctified it and set up the doors of it, even into the tower of Mir.
Okay, Con. Let's jump here real quick. Let's see. This is what we want. Jump to Ezra's 1 and start at 1. This is specific. The temples.
1 and 1.
Yeah, that's the city. Come on.
This is Ezra chapter 1, verse 1.
Yeah.
Now, in the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, that the word of the Lord by the mouth of Jeremiah might be fulfilled. The Lord stirred up the spirit of Cyrus, king of Persia.
See, the Lord, he stirred up the spirit of Cyrus. That's who actually did it. It was Cyrus that started this off. Because Nehemiah was with Ezra. All right? Ezra was the one that went back and rebuilt the temple. Him and an ancestor by the name of, who was the governor. We're going to get his name. They have it in here as under a J. But you keep going, brother. Let's get his name. Go ahead.
The Lord stirred up the spirit of Cyrus, king of Persia, that he made a proclamation throughout all his kingdom, and put it also in writing, saying, "Thus saith Cyrus, king of Persia."
Yeah, I believe it was Zerubbabel. But Zerubbabel, he had two names, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a minute since I read this. Go ahead. You got it?
It says, "Thus saith Cyrus, king of Persia, the Lord, the power of heaven, hath given me all the kingdoms of the earth, and he hath charged me to build him an house at Jerusalem."
There you go. That's the temple.
Which is in Judah.
Come on. Same thing. You know? So you got to hear, you just basically by the Spirit, you got to hear how destroyed, our stuff is. With all of our stuff being destroyed, it's why the Lord is away. Now, if you look at it in the sense, okay, now those the physical temples, which is just symbolism for us, a pre-notion to the elect, which would be the holy tabernacles or the holy vessels, the holy bodies that the Lord would use to make his presence felt, to make his presence known, because he's holy. You see what I'm saying? So the whole idea, okay, we build you a temple, you just come here. You ain't just everywhere. You see what I'm saying? That's how it goes. And that's what he was trying to, that was the point. So now you got to hear how the city is broke down. The temple is gone. We're in captivity. And it's still the same thing to this day. And at that point, if that's the case, how can where's the Lord's presence? It's not around. So it's the same thing now, which is why no one wants to talk about the Israelites. No one wants us doing what we're doing. No one wants the Lord to come back. That's why niggas don't want to actually deal with the Lord and don't want us doing what we're doing. Don't want us actually being on it. Because y'all don't want to meet the Lord, man. They don't want the Lord to come back. That if that temple gets rebuilt, now the Lord can, you know what I'm saying? Because he's not going nowhere else. So we just keep the Israelites out of memory, we ain't going to feel that presence. Yeah, because he's not dwelling nowhere else. Matter of fact, real quick, give me Numbers, hold that. Give me Numbers 31. Right. Give me
Numbers 31.
31 and 35. Zerubbabel, he's not important. He was just a part of it. The whole point is the temple. Go ahead.
This is Numbers chapter 31 and verse 35. Mm-hmm. It says, and 2,000 persons in all.
No, it ain't it. 33. You got it, brother? No.
What's that?
31 and oh, you stay right there. You got it. 31 and 35. It's like 35 and 33. Matter of fact, just dump this point, 34. You got it. 35 and 34.
Numbers chapter 35, verse 34 says, "Defile not therefore the land which ye shall inhabit, wherein I dwell.
Mhm.
For I, the Lord, dwell among the children
There it is.
of Israel."
That's it. That's what's important, and that's what guys like Ezra understood. Because if you go back into Nehemiah, and Nehemiah understood that. When we go back into Nehemiah, that chapter is that. He pretty much says we don't have a memorial. There's no memorial for our people. You know, there's no memorial. And with that being said, if the temple is no more, the city is no more, there's no what? Memorial. There's no memory of the Lord. You see what I'm saying? It's like he don't exist. Thus, you have people saying the Bible fake, the Israelites was never real, the Israelites are dead. And we just read how they was grieved in their spirit when he was saying they was trying to go build, man. Ones don't realize the power behind all this, man. And that's why the Feast of Dedication is definitely serious. It's definitely serious. Because it's a sequel up until now. That was the last temple. What you're seeing now is the building of the third one. You see what I'm saying? So you have to honor all of them. One, you're going to understand all of them in order to understand where the hell we at now and why this is so important now. Why the restoring of our people in the building back up of the gates, the leaders, the walls. You see what I'm saying? Because that's even spiritual. It's a reason why it was depicted as the gates being destroyed. The gates represent the leaders, man. The gates keep people out of the forefront. Now, if the gates don't even know they gates, or, you know what I'm saying, the gates ain't there, it's a fucking wrap. And the whole point ain't even about us. You have nowhere for the Lord to make his presence known. You see what I'm saying? Because the very thing he uses is no more. Thus, niggas. Thus, you have the pushing and promoting of niggas. That's it, man. Because we really end it now. But we just going to get the history. Because all this is about is the history, so you can see why it's important what we do now. And commemorating and remembering what our ancestors fought for, because they understood the depths of this, man. Here it is, my power I depends on. I can't even get them anymore because the place I really get them at is no more. So I got to go back and get that. But ultimately, only to go on and further realize in this lifetime, it's me. You see what I'm saying? Because if I'm not destroyed, that place not destroyed. So it makes sense why you so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians don't have an actual home. Because you're not an actual, you're destroyed. Your actual home is destroyed. The land of Israel. You don't have your actual country. Not some place that so-called white man allows you to run or be destroyed. Mexico is not a fucking place, man. Haiti is not a place. That's the place of our captivity, man. It makes sense why you don't have an actual country because you destroyed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't have a place to dwell. The place you would dwell is destroyed, and you being a person in which people can dwell with can't be because you're destroyed. You know what I'm saying? No one wants to deal with you. So it makes sense. Go figure. All right? So Nehemiah, he said this.
20.
Huh?
20.
Yep, that's it. You got it.
It's Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 20. Then answered I them and said unto them, the God of heaven, he will prosper us. Therefore, we his servants will arise.
Start at 17.
Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 17.
Matter of fact, this is where we left off at. Okay, so see, this is important too. You guys just started back at 44, then we're gonna go back. And once we hit all the scriptures, that's it. So you can start at 14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went on to the gate of the fountain and the king's pool, but there was no place for the beast that was under me to pass. Then went I up in the night by the brook and viewed the wall and turned back.
Because it's good we started with the city first and then the temple. You see what I'm saying? It makes sense. Go ahead.
And turned back and
Because before
entered.
we had the temple, we had the city. Joshua was the divine inheritance. We was getting cities. The temple was daughter to David. You see what I'm saying? That's way later. Come on.
Nehemiah chapter 2 and 15. Then went I up the night by the brook and viewed the wall and turned back and entered by the gate of the valley, and so returned. And the rulers knew not whither I went or what I did. Neither had I as yet told it to the Jews, nor to the priests, nor to the nobles, nor to the rulers, nor to the rest.
Because everybody gonna hate and try to prevent it. Come on.
Nor to the rest that did the work. Then said I unto them, you see the distress that we are in?
Come on.
How Jerusalem lieth waste, and the gates thereof are burnt with fire. Come and let us build up the wall of
People
Jerusalem.
would take that and try to act like that's a precept to the Jews not really being black. It was the gates not really black. They were burnt. No, it's a manifold with everything. It's a similitude. You see what I'm saying? So it's saying both. The gates were actually burnt. You see what I'm saying? Niggas, you don't think Israelites died in the fire as well? You see what I'm saying? But you got gates. You got the actual gates, and then you got spiritual gates. That's why you don't have a spirit without a body if you're on earth. You see what I'm saying? And you don't have a body without and then that's true, because if you want to say spirits just float around. Yeah, and they do what? Get on people. They get on bodies. And you don't have a body without a spirit. You know what I'm saying? Once that spirit ain't in that body, what? It's in the ground possibly. Or some rotten cat carcass that turns into skeleton, and then that damn near will disintegrate. You know what I'm saying? To a certain degree. But you got it.
And they say also to add what Nehemiah said, he said, you see the distress that we are in.
Right. That's clear, man. You got it.
Nehemiah chapter 2 and 17. Then said I unto them, ye see the distress that we are in, how Jerusalem lieth waste, and the gates thereof are burnt with fire. Come and let us build up the wall of Jerusalem, that we be no more a reproach. Then I told them of the hand of my power, which was good upon me, as also the king's words that he had spoken unto me. And they said, let us rise up and build. So they strengthened their hands for this good work.
Yeah, come on.
But
so they strengthened their hands. He said, I'm gonna tell you of my power's hand. What's in his capacity to do? Which is everything. What's his will? What he has for you. If you handed me something, it's whatever's in your hand. You know what I'm saying? So this is what is in the look, and that's pretty much represents a will. This is what I'm dealing with. This is it. This is what I want. This is in the Lord's hand. Because he how we got in this situation in the first place. And he had Cyrus know that, all the way to Cyrus. Go ahead.
Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 19. But when Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the servant, the Ammonite, and Geshem the Arabian heard it, they laughed us to scorn and despised us, and said, what is this thing that ye do? Will ye rebel against the king?
That's why I say, give me Proverbs 29 and 26 real quick. Go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 26. Many seek the ruler's favor, but every man's judgment cometh from the Lord.
So every man seek the ruler's favor. You see what I'm saying? Every man seek the ruler's favor. Whoever ruling. That's what people worry about. All right? That's how you got this. You read this verse one time.
God, Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 19.
Well, you ain't gotta read the whole thing. You just read the end.
God. Yeah, and they laughed us to scorn and despised us and said, what is this thing that ye do? Will ye rebel against the king?
Come on.
Then answered I them and said unto them, the God of heaven,
The Heavenly Father of heaven. Come on.
God, the Heavenly Father,
Come on.
he will prosper us. Therefore, we his servants will arise and build.
See that?
But ye have no portion,
Yeah.
nor right, nor memorial in Jerusalem.
Yeah. See? And what is a memorial? You gotta get that word real quick. Give me Psalm 75. And start at 6, Baruch Shah.
You want it in the Hebrew? You want it in
In the Hebrew. Go Hebrew now.
Psalm chapter 75, verse 6.
Come on.
For promotion cometh neither for the east,
Make
from
sure
the
you-
east,
Go ahead.
nor from the west, nor from the south.
See that? Go on.
But the Heavenly Father,
The who?
but the Heavenly Father
Mm-hmm.
is the judge,
It's who?
is the judge.
He's the judge, man. You see? Nobody else. All right. So yeah, make sure you're grabbing those brothers.
All right, so I got them too.
All right, here's first. Then get yours. Go ahead.
He put it down one and set it up another.
Mm-hmm.
For in the hand of the Lord Yahweh
Mm-hmm.
there is a cup, and the wine is red.
See, he put it up. He put it. Read that part one time. I'm sure.
At 8, Psalm chapter 75 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
It says, for in the hand of the Lord there is a cup,
Mm-hmm.
and the wine is red.
Mm-hmm.
It is full
No,
of
not
mixture.
that one. Yeah, 7.
70, Psalm chapter 75, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
But the Heavenly Father is the judge.
Mm-hmm.
He put it down one
He put it down one. That's the point. Go ahead.
and set it up another.
See that? Now give me real quick. Give me 1 Samuel 2 and start at 6. Oh, sure.
God.
Mm-hmm.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 6. The Lord killeth
Mm-hmm.
and maketh alive.
Come on.
He bringeth down to the grave
There you go.
and bringeth up.
See, he bring it down to the grave and bring it up. So the Lord outright put us in that position. And the Lord is the one that outright will have to be the one to bring them us out of that position at that time. And it's the same thing now. He got us in this position. He got to be the one to bring us out. So that's why it starts with knowing about this first. You see what I'm saying? And knowing why it's relevant. You see what I'm saying? And know what's the consequences and repercussions if this is not done. You see what I'm saying? All right, let's get that word from, you can read that verse one more time, and then we bring the word from Memorial out. Nehemiah 2 and 20.
God, you said Nehemiah 2 and 20.
Yeah, he got the definition.
God, this is Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 20. Then answered I them and said unto them, the Heavenly Father,
Shalom, Mark. How about Shema Shabbat?
he will prosper us. Therefore, we, his servants, will arise and build. But ye have no portion, nor right, nor memorial in Jerusalem.
Yeah. And real quick, the brother, he posted something good on here. This is he posted the word for rehearse. I believe this is in Hebrew Tanakh. It says to recount, rehearse, tell again. Tell again. So we're outright rehearsing right now. You know what I'm saying? So you're not held at fault for not having done that. Because we simply just telling again. It ain't decorating the walls and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just telling, remembering. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? You can't, what you gonna do? You gonna go rent a building? You can't, look, it's COVID right now, man. You can't do, even if you were doing that, that shows you that ain't it. Because the Lord stopped that. It ain't about that. Why would he stop that if it was about that? He said just to tell again, man. So that's powerful right there. And we went into that before, but it's just refreshing. You know? Simply like that. Because really is practicing. This one just says, all right, to tell again, man. All right? You got it. That's beautiful. One more time on this, bro.
Nehemiah chapter 2 and 20. Then answered I them and said unto them, the Heavenly Father, he will prosper us. Therefore, we his servants will rise again,
See?
arise and build.
See?
But ye have no portion, nor right,
Mhm.
nor memorial in Jerusalem.
Yeah, so you fuck. Basically, the Lord ain't dealing with you, man. You see what I'm saying? And thus showing you we have a memorial. If you don't got it, now what's memorial? You got it, bro.
Con. This is a memorial from Brother Ward. It says, memorial, reminder, remembrance.
See?
And the word in the Hebrew would be Zakah Rawan. Zakah Rawan.
Okay. So there's more.
Con. It says a memento.
This the same definition?
Con.
This yours or his?
This would be off the blue. This is continuing.
Okay, hold on. Just read the one he got it again real quick.
Con. It says memorial, reminder, or remembrance.
So memorial, reminder, or remembrance. All right. So let's get that word reminder. A simple definition for reminder and remembrance. So the Lord is saying, he said, through him the Lord said that. He said, look, you ain't got no memorial, man. Meaning you have no remembrance. And we know that's true because give me Bible shot, Exodus 16. 16 is start at 17. And then we're gonna stay on the point. We're gonna go back to Ezra's right after this. I don't want to get too lost, carried away. Go ahead.
16 and 17.
Mm-hmm.
This is Exodus chapter 16, verse 17. And the children of Israel did so and gathered some more, some less.
Okay, so where you at? 16, Exodus 16 and 17? Okay, so I can jump to 17. 17 and started 14. Get straight to the point.
Exodus chapter 17, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, write this for a memorial
See that? Come on.
in a book
Mm-hmm.
and rehearse.
Mm-hmm. And then look, meaning to what? To remind.
God.
You see what I'm saying? To remember. Look, you have no memorial that you are being dealt with. You see what I'm saying? When we go into the memorial, we find out you aren't being dealt with. See that? We find out that you have no remembrance. Read this verse one more time.
Exodus chapter 17, verse 14.
Oh, shot. Huh?
And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses,
Yep.
write this for a memorial
Yep.
in a book and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua.
See? Come on.
For I will utterly put out.
Look and rehearse. See that? That line straight up. Tell again. See that? Come on. Because it's gonna put everything in perspective when you're telling again, when you're rehearsing. You're gonna be reminded that these look, like he said in 2nd Ezra, he said these heathens who have always been reputed as nothing. You see what I'm saying? You gotta remember, that's why we be telling that to Jake. That's rehearsing. You see what I'm saying? Here it is, you go in the kingdom, but you don't know you the top people. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? Carrying yourself like it. That's why it's important to do this, man. Go ahead.
Start from the top, Exodus chapter 17, verse 14. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua. For I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek.
The what?
Put out the remembrance.
There you go, man. You see, memorial means remembrance. Come on.
I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek.
Some called white people. Come on.
From under heaven.
There you go, man. It's that simple. So you don't have a remembrance, man. Give me 2nd Ezra 6 and jump to 54 real quick. Bible shot. You can't make this up, man. And then if you got some more, on that memorial, brother. Go ahead.
6.
This is a memorial. It says,
tell them where you at.
So you said what?
Tell them where you at.
The verse.
No, you said you're in the blue letter, didn't you?
Oh yeah, con.
Go ahead.
This is a blue letter. It says a memorial, reminder, remembrance, And then continues down. It says, for the Strong's definition, it says a memento or memorial, memorable thing,
See?
a day or writing. It says a memorial or record.
See? So you don't have a record, man. Jump to 56, brother.
Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 56.
You got it.
It says,
Read all of you ever been repeated.
it says, as for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them also a drop that falleth from a vessel. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 56. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened.
So how can you have a memorial if you're nothing? You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't lying. See how that lined up? The Lord already want us to know this, man. Go ahead.
And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a
We're
vessel.
gonna get back to the history. Yep, keep going.
And now, O Lord, behold,
Yep.
these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing,
Ever. Come on.
have
They've
been
always been reputed as what?
as nothing.
So there you go. They don't got no memorial, man. Yeah, in the memorial, which we are to rehearse, you know what I'm saying? Tell again, memorial. You're nothing. Thus, you don't have one. When we go into the memorial, we learn that you don't have one. You see what I'm saying? We learn that Esau will be eradicated. Now imagine when we in the kingdom, he gonna be gone after 1,000 years. That man gonna be gone. So this is 100% spot on, man. All right. So this just builds confidence, man. All right. To put everything back in proper perspective, why this is so important. Here it is. They're trying to keep us out of remembrance. When they the figment of everyone's imagination. That shit is crazy. Here it is. We the best thing smoking, but they don't want us to remember ourselves. Because when we remember ourselves, we remember we have to go on and remember that they are to be remembered. You know what I'm saying? King David was throwing heathens off cliffs, man. Like it wasn't nothing. Thousands of them. He was killing so many heathens, he couldn't even build the temple himself, the first one. Solomon had to do it because he was too bloody. Too much blood was on his hands. But guess what? He was said to have a heart. The only man was said to have a heart after the Most High. All right? Let's go back into the history. So yeah, man, that's why this is important. So we go back to the Ezra.
Did you want the definitions for remembrance, reminder?
Yeah, you go ahead and bring them up.
This is from Brother Ward. It says, for reminder, it says a thing that causes someone to remember something.
What's the thing? This. You see what I'm saying? The feast days. Because what we going to be doing at the feast days? Yeah, brother, them heathens ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? That's it. They ever been reputed as nothing, brother. That's how it was back then. What else were we talking about? Remember we killed 50,000 of them now? You know what I'm saying? We saying it in the Hebrew.
Get it in.
Strong as hell. Like, man, nah. So I grabbed him, I threw him off the, you know what I'm saying?
Doing reenactments.
Yeah. That's what was going on. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Mighty. Big chalices. You know what I'm saying? What else the hell are we talking about in the feast of dedication, man? In the you know what I'm saying? You're gonna learn what the feast of dedication was about. And you're gonna realize, okay, if we're rehearsing this, all we're doing is rehearsing this, meaning telling again this, meaning bringing in the remembrance again this, by a thing, by what? By what was said to happen. The oral tradition, the scriptures. This is our oral tradition. You got it, bro. I'm sure there's more on it. This is how our holy days is. You know how Jake can sit around and talk shit? That's it.
That's it.
That's it, man. They just talk about the wrong stuff. They get together on so-called Thanksgiving. They just all they do is laugh. And the niggas eat. If they don't go to sleep or get drunk, they laughing and talking shit. That's it, man.
That's it.
Get that from us, man. But we supposed to be remembering actual times where the Lord gave us divine intervention when He built us up when we was nothing. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, go ahead, bro, because we just keep.
It says something that caused a memory or thought to come to the mind, a picture that is like.
So this is how you rehearse the righteous acts, man. You see what I'm saying? You just talk about it.
Exactly.
You know, see, the Lord said His burden is not hard, man. It's light. They can't even do that. Then you got these fucking dumbass leaders out here trying to make you think the keeping of these, the observing of these are more drawn out than they actually are. You know what I'm saying? What do you think the Passover coming up, man? That's simple. That's not no goddamn banquet, man. That's our damn problem. Making easy stuff complicated, man. It don't take all that, man. Go ahead, bro. Walk shot.
It says something that recalls the past. A note to remind a person of something not done.
And what's a note? The scriptures. Something not done. Go ahead. That's it.
And then I got remembrance.
Go ahead.
This is from Brother Ward. Says the action of remembering something and memory of recollection.
Yeah, memory of recollection. You know, and this is basically these memories deals with us recollecting ourselves. You might forget how valiant our people are. Or when you keep the high holy days, you're gonna recollect. You're gonna be recollected. You probably soft as hell, and then that's why we gotta keep rehearsing them. Cause you think about it, Jake really be on some soft shit. So until that high holy day come around, he gonna be soft. You see what I'm saying? Then when that come back around, now he built back up. He ain't all let our people go and marching and all this. Why we can't all just get on? The nigga need the high holy days, man. He need to hear his history. He need to hear his ancestor stories, man. Accounts. That's what. See, all our holy days help us. Meaning this one will build us up. Because this is a very macho one, if you will, the Feast of Dedication. You know? You got it.
It says something serving to celebrate or honor the memory of a person or event.
See that? So we supposed to literally be talking about how remember we killed, you know what I'm saying? It was a massacre, you know what I'm saying? Because look, everything gotta be in balance, so it can't be all the time. It gotta be some talking about spilling blood some damn time and righteousness. You see what I'm saying? When they came and messed with us, when they wanted to exalt themselves above the Most High and all that is worship. You see what I'm saying? That's power. And they tried to replace themselves as us. And they tried to infiltrate. This is what we supposed to be doing. So that's what we doing tonight, man. We going into the Feast of Dedication in the spirit already, man. So-called Hanukkah. This is it. All right? It don't take all that extra crap, man. All right? All right, bro. You got it.
This is Ezra chapter 1, verse 1. Now in the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, that the word of the Lord by the mouth of Jeremiah might be fulfilled. The Lord stirred up the spirit of Cyrus, king of Persia, that he made a proclamation throughout all his kingdom, and put it also in writing, saying, Thus saith King Cyrus, king of Persia, the Lord, God of heaven, hath given me all the kingdoms of the earth, and he hath charged me to build him an house at Jerusalem, which is in Judah.
That's why he was calling him his anointed. Come on.
Who is there among you of all his people? His power be with him, and let him go up to the and let him go up to Jerusalem, which is in Judah, and build the house of the Lord.
See,
God of Israel, the power of Israel.
There you go, man. House of the Lord, man. Now, real quick, let's do something real quick. Give me 1 Corinthians 3:9. Bible shot. Let him get it. You get this one. Go ahead.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 9. For we are laborers together with the Most High. Ye are the Most High's husbandry. Ye are God's buildings.
See, ye are God's buildings. See? Go ahead.
According to the grace of,
You got it. Go ahead, finish that.
according to the grace of the Most High,
Give me Jeremiah 7:4.
which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another builded thereon.
There you go, man. See that? Meaning what? Now, he talking about people.
I have laid the foundation.
You supposed to be we're building. We're building, man. We're building spiritually. You're not building. That's the point. You're building. We're Ezra's all over again, man. We need Nehemiah all over again. Zerubbabel and them. All right? That's what we're doing. We're building. They went back and physically built. We're spiritually built. Because we found out Ezra went back to build the temple, the house of the Lord. You see what I'm saying? But that wasn't it. You got it, bro.
This is Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 4. It says, trust ye not in lying words, saying, the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord
See?
are these.
See?
This is the temple of the Lord. This is it. This is the great Israel. This is the house of the.
No, we scattered. You see what I'm saying? Got pieces every damn where. It's like you explode a building, you know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord did, man. This is all spiritual, man. Master architect, come on. No, that's it. You got it.
1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 19. What?
Mhm.
Know ye not
No,
that
you're not.
know ye not
Come on.
that your body
That you're
is
what?
that your body,
That you're what?
your body
Come on.
is the temple of the Holy Spirit,
There you is. There it is, man. You see what I'm saying? It's just that simple. Go ahead.
which is in you.
Now, just showing you the temple was just representing us the whole time. Now we can be able to get through this, and you should be able to get the edification on. Basically, seeing yourself and our people as the temple when we're hearing about this now. All right. Now let's go back to the Ezra real quick.
This is Ezra chapter 1, verse 3. Who is there among you of all his people? His power be with him, and let him go up to Jerusalem, which is in Judah, and build the house of the Lord, power of Israel. He is the Most High, which is in Jerusalem. And whosoever remaineth in any place where he sojourneth, let the man of his place help him with silver, and with gold, and with goods.
See that? And that's synonymous with us, man. All right. Give me he said help him with silver and with goods, because that's what the the house, the temple consisted of. You see what I'm saying? Give me Isaiah 4:2 real quick.
God. It's Isaiah chapter 4, verse 2. In that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth.
It's like Isaiah 13:11.
God. This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 11. And I will punish the world, Salak, for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity.
Jump to the point. You keep going. It's cool.
And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man.
You will make a what?
I will make a
The
man.
Lord gonna do what?
I will make a
He
man.
will make architecting again, man. You see what I'm saying? He would design and have produce artifice. You see what I'm saying? A man into what? He will make a what?
I will make a man more precious,
More what?
more precious
Come on.
than fine gold.
Come on.
Even a man than the gold wedge of Ophir.
So we just found out with the temple, and he said he's gonna make the man more precious than fine gold. There it is. He said, when y'all go to build it, make sure y'all help him with silver and gold. Because when you jump back, let's go back there real quick. Ezra, Nehemiah No, not Nehemiah. Second Chronicles. Yeah, Second Chronicle, and jump to 19. Matter of fact, jump to chapter 36, like Second Chronicles, chapter 36, and start at 17.
This is Second Chronicles chapter 36, verse 17. Therefore he brought upon them the king of the Chaldees, who slew their young men with the sword in the house of their sanctuary, and had no compassion upon young men or maiden, old men, or him that stooped for age. He gave them all into his hand. And all the vessels of the house
And all what?
and all the vessels.
Now these are men that was given over, who are said to actually be gold. You see what I'm saying? And he said he gave them into the hands of these heathens. And right after that, he comes behind that and says the vessels. These vessels are made of gold. That's showing you that, you see what I'm saying? Lord, like, you see what I'm doing? Because I'm going to come later and show you. You really all of this. Go ahead.
And all the vessels of the house of the Most High, great and small, and the treasures of the house of the Lord Yahweh.
See, the treasures of the house. You see what I'm saying? The treasures of the house. Go ahead.
And the treasures of the house of the Lord Yahweh, and the treasures of the king, and of his princes, all these he brought to Babylon.
See that? They was taken out. So all the gold. You see, these are the treasures. You go in the treasure. Let's get the word treasure real quick. Oh, sure.
This is a treasure. It says a quantity of precious metals, gems.
Read that one more time.
Con.
Give me Isaiah 43.
This is treasure. It says a quantity of precious.
Of what?
Of precious.
This is the meaning for treasures. A quantity of precious. All right? Give me that. You got it.
Got
it. 43 and yep.
Keep going like this.
Start at 4. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 43, verse 4.
Yep.
Since thou was precious.
Since who?
Since thou was precious.
Start at 3.
Isaiah chapter 43, verse 3.
Matter of fact, start at 1 and then jump there.
Isaiah chapter 43, verse 1.
Come on.
But now thus saith the Lord,
Watch
Yahweh,
this. Listen to this. Come
that
on.
created thee,
There it is. Come on.
O Jacob,
See? Come on.
and he that formed thee,
That formed thee. Come on.
O Israel,
You see? Come on.
fear not,
Come on.
for I have redeemed thee.
Now jump to the point. Verse 3. You got it.
Isaiah chapter 43, verse 3.
Just start at 4 because they already know.
Isaiah chapter 43, verse 4.
Yep.
Since thou was precious,
See? Since who was precious?
since thou
See?
was precious
What is the word? Go ahead.
in my sight.
See? So we're the precious. We're treasures. You read that definition one more time. Bible shop.
Con.
That's it.
Let's say a brother work on here too. It says
Yeah, go ahead.
hidden treasure, a secret storehouse. Hence this
Read the one you brought out first.
con.
That's the one that lined up.
Con slot. It says treasure. It says a quantity of precious metals, gems, or other valuable objects.
You see, one more time, brother. Slocky.
It says a quantity of precious metals, gems, or other valuable objects.
All right.
And then it says for synonyms, riches, jewels,
Yep.
gems,
Yep.
gold,
Yep.
silver, wealth, fortune.
See? You got it, bro. You got it.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 2. The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold.
Woo! See that? That's it, man. So the temple this rod, this is history so important. Because you should, if you hearing how physically beat down the temple was, man. The Lord telling you about the condition we actually in, man. He telling you about how the gold will help make the house real illustrious. That's even taken. And what's that make us real illustrious? This word, man. Give me Psalms 19 and 9. What makes us real illustrious? What made the temple real illustrious? Having that gold inside, man. But the Lord said he was going to make us more precious than gold. What makes you actually illustrious? Being the temple, actually, in all actuality. Having this truth. Go ahead.
This is Psalm chapter 19, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
The fear of the Lord
Mm-hmm.
is clean, enduring forever.
You at Psalms 19?
Gone.
Started, no, you got it. Keep going. That's beautiful.
God. Psalms 19 and 9. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether.
Keep going.
More to be desired are they than gold.
See that? So this is what makes you illustrious. You see what I'm saying?
God.
This is what makes you illustrious. This is what makes you treasurable, valuable, riches. You see what I'm saying? Give me, brothers should know it. Give me Revelation 2 and 9, 3 and 9. That's it. I don't want to sound like the elders. You know what I want. Go ahead.
It's Revelation chapter 2, verse 9.
Go ahead.
It says, I know thy works and tribulations and poverty, but thou art rich.
See, but thou art rich. We are the richest, man. You see? You go ahead and finish.
Con. It says, and I know the blasphemy of them who sit. So
Come on, now I said, come on.
Con. That
That ain't the point.
Con, I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
There you go, man. So we rich. We the rich, man. Because remember, we going into treasures again. You know what I'm saying? The treasures was taken out of the temple. You see that? Out of the holy place. We was taken out of the holy place. You see what I'm saying? What's the holy place? This. Give me Jeremiah 17 and 9. Bible shop. We was taken out of the holy place, man. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 9. It says, the heart is deceitful above all things.
Not 17 and 9. 17 and I got that in a minute. 17 and 17 and 4. That should be it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. It's like
17 and 4.
Con.
This is Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. It says, and thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue.
See that thou, the thou that was said to be rich. You see what I'm saying?
Con.
Go ahead.
Con. It says, even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
And what was the heritage? The heritage, when you go into that word heritage, is patrimony, it's property, ancestry. What's the property? These scriptures, man. First and foremost. Give me Isaiah 2, man. Bible Kushab, 2 and 13. You know, we was caused to discontinue from all that, man. And the Lord, we remembering this, man. We was discontinued from the temple. You know, you was taken, look, we was taken from the temple. We was discontinued from the temple. The temple is our property, man. That's in Israel. He says why Nehemiah said, you ain't got no memorial in Israel, man. We do. We was just discontinued from it. We got a minor case of amnesia, man. Because he said we was going to, in the land of our captivity, we was going to bethink ourselves, man. You know, damn, I'm go, damn, you see what I'm saying? Damn, I'm not even home. You see? Yeah, jump to the 7, 1 and 7. I did 1 and 7. And also, let me get the root. Go ahead and bring it out when you get it. Go ahead.
It's Isaiah chapter 1, verse 7.
3 and 32.
Your country is desolate. Your cities are burned with fire.
So I get 2 and 32. One more time.
God, Isaiah chapter 1 and 7. Your country is desolate.
See, who country?
Your country
See that?
is desolate. Your cities are burned with fire. Your land, strangers devour it with presence.
In your presence.
In your presence, a lot.
One more time.
Isaiah 1 and 7. Your country is desolate.
See,
Your cities are burned with fire.
see, that's what we're reading about. Still to this day, you know, look up the ruins. Come on.
Your land,
Yep.
strangers devour it in your presence.
Now you should understand if all that was representing us, the condition of our people. You see what I'm saying? Here it is, the Holy Land is desolate, and people travel there and tour there all the time. And at the same time, you got so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians bugged out of their mind in the worst conditions known to man. You see what I'm saying? You got people in the Americas trying to flee from the south part of America to the north part of America, and they doing it dying by boats and buses. Who the hell are these people? What is wrong with these people? They in the West. They where they not, you know what I'm saying? They in the area where you want to be at. But yet, you see what I'm saying? So and that simultaneously, ironically, you got the Holy Land completely out of whack. Give me 1 and 3. Isaiah.
It's Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
His master's crib. You see, animals. Come on, they know their stead and where they belong. Come on.
But Israel
Yep.
does not know, my people does not consider.
Yeah, he's not talking about the city. You see that? But Israel do not know. He said, my people do not consider, man. That's why you got a land, Israel, desolate. You know what I'm saying? Because the people that belong there, they don't know, you know what I'm saying? They don't even know. They don't even know who they are, let alone this their land that they need to go build up. Give me Haggai. Haggai 1 and 3. Oh, sure. Then we're going to get back to it. Right. Go ahead. Yeah, we're going to bring that Baruch up. Go ahead.
This is Haggai chapter 1, verse 3. Then came the word of the Lord by Haggai, the prophet, saying, it is time for you, O ye.
Is it?
So like, is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses?
And whose sealed houses?
In your sealed houses.
Come on.
And this house lie waste?
See, but Jake, of course Jake ain't gonna know. He only know they're the Israelites. Here it is, Israel land desolate, and no one knows who the Israelites are. At the same time, so-called blacks, Latinos, West Indians, all over damn earth, Afro people, they don't know who the hell they are. So of course Israel's desolate. Israelites said to forget who they were and where the hell they even come from. And their home will be destroyed, and they will be destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because they reject knowledge. They stiff-necked, hard-headed, and they bugged out, man. You see what I'm saying? They being ate up like bread, man. They keep they want to be like heathen. They keep holidays instead of high holy days. You see what I'm saying? That's Jake, man. There you go. That's the math equation. You can finish it, and then he got it. You got it, brother. Go ahead. 1 and 3.
This is Haggai chapter 1, verse 3. Then came the word of the Lord by Haggai the prophet, saying,
Another Israelite, come on.
is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses, and this house lie waste?
See, that's it, man. You got it, bro.
Con. This is Luke chapter 2 and verse 32. It says, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name.
Rehearsing.
Right.
We have to remember first. And it tells you that in the previous verse. You see what I'm saying? He was going to give us eyes. He's going to cause us to hear and see, paraphrase.
You know?
Go ahead.
Con. This is Luke 2 and verse 31. It says, and shall know that I am the Lord their God, for I will give them an heart
See?
and mind.
A heart.
It says, and ears to hear.
Read it one more time.
Con.
Come on.
It says, and shall know that I am the Lord their God, and will give them an heart and ears to hear.
See? How will he give you a heart? Meaning he will give you a mind. How? He will cause you to go through the curses that will be put upon you for signs and wonders. You see what I'm saying? And then you will hear about these curses in the Bible and how the Israelites discontinued and how the temple really represents you and how you've been lied to. And it actually go on to say, trust ye not in these, saying the temple are these, the temple are these, the temple are these. Whole time you the damn temple. But you got Esau documentaries going through Israel, like he's showing you the, you know what I'm saying, the holiest of the holies. And the saints themselves are being killed on camera, man. This place just gotta go, man. Go ahead, bro.
Con. It says, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity.
You go like, this us. Come on.
Con, it says, and think
Yes,
upon
it
my
is.
name.
Go ahead. And think upon his name. Name meaning what? You get the name back if you're in the, true doctrine, but you would know what the Lord stands for. The Lord don't deal with buildings made with hands. You see what I'm saying? That's his name. That's what he's known for. So who is you hearing about? Another Christ, man. Another Yahushua. Another Hamashiach. Come on.
It says, and return from their stiff neck
See?
and from their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath
See?
unto their fathers,
And that's the city. You see what I'm saying? Come on.
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it.
All right, that's it.
Right.
All right, you got it. Back in that Ezra. Did you have something? Okay, all right. You got it. Back in the Ezra. So yeah, man. The first chronicle, the second chronicle was 36 and whatever we left off at. It was taking what's it called out there. Yeah. We're gonna run through these, we're gonna read,
This Second Chronicles chapter 36, verse 18. I'm gonna start at 17. Therefore he brought upon them the king of the Chaldees, who slew their young men with the sword in the house of their sanctuary.
See? Disrespectful. Come on.
And had no compassion
See?
upon young men
Yep.
or maiden,
Mhm.
old men, or him that stooped for age.
Jump real quick. Keep this modern time. Give me Revelation 18 and 4. Bible shot.
Con.
Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 4. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people,
Yep.
that ye be not partakers of her sins,
Yep.
and that ye receive not of her plagues.
See? Go ahead.
God, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities.
Go on.
It says, reward her
That's the point. Come on.
even as she rewarded you,
Come on. See?
and double unto her, double
See?
according to her works.
See that? Give me Isaiah 47 and 6.
Finish it.
Yeah, go ahead and finish it.
God says, in the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double.
Isaiah 47 and 6.
God.
Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 47, verse 6.
Mhm.
I was wroth with my people.
See? That's it, man. Come on.
I have polluted mine inheritance.
Who did it?
I
Come on.
have polluted mine inheritance
See?
and given them into thine hand.
See? He gave everything over. See that? Come on.
Thou didst show them
That's what
no
the Lord
mercy.
said. I stirred up Cyrus' mind. Come on.
Thou didst show us them no mercy.
Yep.
Upon the ancient,
See? Thou did show us no mercy. See? There it is. Come on.
upon the ancient,
See?
hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke.
See? Go ahead and jump to back to the point.
God. Second
So
Chronicles.
we in the point of bringing that out. Real quick, let me get one more. Give me Ezekiel 36. Ezekiel 36 and give me 33rd chapter.
Verse.
No, 30. Go ahead and jump back to that Chronicles.
Second Chronicles chapter 36, verse 17.
Right.
Therefore he brought upon them the king of the Chaldees, who slew their young men with the sword
Yeah, and that's going into Esau in the spirit now.
in the house of their sanctuary, and had no compassion
See?
upon young men or maiden, old man or him that
See?
stooped,
Oh, that's the ancient. Come on.
or him that stooped for age.
Mm-hmm.
He gave them
And the
all.
old man crouched over, bent over. This man they were slaying everybody, everything. And Jacob was wicked. You know? The Lord is just in his judgment, man. Gotta remember that. 35:6. That's on Ezekiel. Go ahead, finish that, bro.
It says he gave them all into his hands.
See, he gave them, as he said, man. And he said they ain't showed no mercy. But you're gonna be gotten back for that, man. They gave our temple, they gave us over. We're the temple. They gave the gold over. We're the gold. Now we picking all these things back up and remembering all this. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead. Ezekiel 35:6.
Come, this is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 6. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood.
See, he preparing. He's setting it up. How? Because we got to rehearse. You see what I'm saying? Don't you practice before a game? Don't you warm up? Come on.
Come, it says, and blood shall pursue thee.
See? Come on.
Since thou hast not hated blood,
Since who?
since thou hast
Since
not,
who?
since thou
Come on.
hast not hated blood,
See? Since you ain't hate blood, come on.
even blood shall pursue thee.
That's it, man. You can prepare it. That's it, man. See how the Lord set it all up? All right. Let's go ahead and go back to the to that. So yeah, all the gold and everything was taken, man. You got it.
Second Chronicles chapter 36 and 18. And all the vessels of the house of the Most High, great and small, and the treasures of the house,
He said all of them. Come on.
and the treasures of the house of the Lord Yahweh,
See?
and the treasures of the king, and
And we know that them treasures is outright being compared to us once again, according to this. Give me Revelation 13 and jump to 16.
Come,
You see, read that verse one more time.
Second Chronicles chapter 36 and 18. And all the vessels of the house of the Most High, great and small, and the treasures of the house of the Lord, and the treasures of the king and of his princes, all these he brought to Babylon.
See, great and what?
Great and small.
All right. Now let me get Revelation 13 and 16.
come. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all,
And who?
and he
Come on.
causeth all,
Mhm.
both small and great, rich and poor.
There it is, man. Now is that talking about vessels? Yeah, people. See that? That's showing you that, you know, that was all synonymous. Showing you the height of what you did. You took the Lord's people and his jewelry. But his people really the jewelry. You see what I'm saying? Because without them, it ain't no treasures. Without us, ain't no treasure. So you basically highlighting what these people did.
Said the definition of treasure said valuable objects.
Yeah. You know, small and great. All right. So he took everything. You got it.
Come, it says,
No, that's it.
okay, come, slide.
Read that again. Second Chronicles 36 and 18.
Mhm.
And all the vessels of the house
How many?
of God,
How many?
great and small, slide, all the vessels
Come on.
of the house of the Most High,
Mhm.
great and small, and the treasures of the house of the Lord,
Great and small, man. See, people. Come on.
and the treasures of the king and of his princes.
Mm-hmm.
All these he brought to Babylon.
Mm-hmm. See, all these. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. He did just to show that, you know, the significance of, you know, what actually happened, man. All right. Now, what verse you in, bro?
Verse 19.
Go ahead.
Second Chronicles chapter 36, verse 19. And they burnt the house of the Most High
See,
and break down the walls of
See?
Jerusalem
that's what happened to the temple. Come on, the first one, the one that Solomon built. Come on.
and burnt all the palaces thereof
Mm-hmm.
with fire
Mm-hmm.
and destroyed all the goodly vessels thereof.
See, there you go. You got it.
And them that had escaped from the sword
Mm-hmm.
carried he
Mhm.
away to Babylon
Mhm.
when they were servants to him and his sons until the reign of the kingdom of Persia.
See, so it basically the kingdom from Babylon just got translated. You see what I'm saying? Transferred over to, you know, the Persians and the Medes, Elam, so-called East Indians. So everybody had a piece in this. See that? Everybody got a piece of Jake, man. All right. Now, jump to 22.
Second Chronicles chapter 36, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
Now in the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia,
The first year, come on.
that the word of the Lord spoke by the mouth of Jeremiah
The word of the Lord Yahweh, come on.
might be accomplished.
Come on.
The Lord Yahweh
Come on.
stirred up the spirit
He stirred up the spirit, come on.
of Cyrus, king of Persia,
Come on.
that he made a proclamation throughout all his kingdom,
Mm-hmm.
and put it also in writing, saying,
See, there you go.
Thus said Cyrus, king of Persia,
Mm-hmm.
all the kingdoms of the earth
Mhm.
hath the Lord Yahweh, the power of heaven,
Mhm.
given me,
Mm-hmm.
and he have charged me to build him an house in Jerusalem,
Mm-hmm.
which is in Judah.
Mm-hmm.
Who is there among you of all his people?
Mm-hmm.
The Lord Yahweh, his power be with him,
See,
and let him go up.
see, so he made them go back to rebuild the temple. Now we can go ahead and get into the feast of dedication. John 10 and 22. So we close this up.
All right.
They went on to rebuild it, and that's what happened. All right, and people was hating. They didn't even want that to really go down. He got it. Let him argue.
Done.
All right, go ahead and bring that up. You got it.
This is John chapter 10, verse 22.
Go ahead.
And it was at Jerusalem,
Yep.
the feast of dedication,
Uh-huh.
and it was in winter.
See that? So that's not written, man. Now, what is the feast of dedication? The temple got dedicated again because it got destroyed again. Let's get the word dedication real quick. It ain't in there. Well, yeah, it's in there. Go ahead. Let's see what they got. Let's get dedication just in general.
Okay.
That's New Testament, so let's see.
For
What does it mean to dedicate? Come on.
in the Blue Letter in the New Testament for dedication, it says dedication, consecration. It says in particular an annual feast celebrated 8 days, beginning in the 25th of. It says
They don't fucking know.
yeah.
How you gonna say that? You know what I'm saying? You don't know.
It says instituted by Judas Maccabeus.
That's showing you what my damn cover gone, but the apocrypha, you know what I'm saying, is 100%, canonical. You see what I'm saying? It's right there. You ain't gonna read about it in the damn. You're not gonna read about it in the Bible you got. You see what I'm saying? You're not gonna know about it. But this is a feast that our people celebrated, which is what? A dedication of what? Dedication going into consecration, being holy. You see what I'm saying? Being set apart. And to tell you that, give me Exodus 20 and 2 real quick. Well, sure.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 2.
Come on.
I am the Lord Yahweh, thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Come on.
Thou shalt have no other powers before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images or
Okay,
any.
Slocky, jump to the last verse.
Exodus chapter 20 and 26. Neither shalt thou go up by steps.
Previous verse.
Exodus chapter 20 and 25. And if thou wilt make me an altar of stone.
Come on. Now, where is that altar going to be at? You see? That altar is going to be in the temple, man. You got it?
Thou shalt not build it of hewn stones.
See that? Now, real quick, give me, because we're going to hit the point. Give me Isaiah 19 and 19 real quick. You see? And if thou will make me an altar of stone, you see that said? See what I'm saying? Thou shalt not build it of hewn stone. You see that? For if thou lift up thy tool upon it, thou hast polluted it. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 19.
Give me Revelation 11.
It says, in that day shall there be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord.
Come on.
And it shall be for a sign and for a witness.
That's it. I'm talking about.
Okay, so
Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
There you go, man. You see? Go ahead.
Which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Give me 1 Peter 2 and 5 real quick. Bring that Isaiah 19 back out one more time.
Con. Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 19. It says, in that day shall there be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord. And it shall be for a sign and for a witness.
See, a sign. What is the altar? When you go into the altar holds the bread and the wine, man. Who holds the bread and the wine? You see what I'm saying? Us. We have the bread, man. The bread is his word. Real quick, give me Matthew 4 and 4 real quick. We hold the bread. You see? What is the altar doing away in Egypt? Which is in America. Come on, because you're the altar. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 4, verse 4.
The men teaching the truth. Come on.
But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that
By what?
by every word
Uh-huh.
that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High.
So this word is compared to bread, man. See what I'm saying? Give me that Isaiah one more time.
Con. It's Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 19. In that day shall there be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord.
See, so meaning it would be men teaching this whole have this word, man, in the middle of Egypt. You see what I'm saying? That's where you get the bread from, off the altar. You see, and the bread is what? The word. So that's it, man. You know. Give me Isaiah 55 real quick. Start at 1. Just to prove that.
Con.
So you're dealing with the temple. All this stuff is of the temple. Come on.
It's Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 1. It says, "Ho."
When you stay, let him get it. Stay where you at.
Con, con, slow.
Isaiah chapter 55 and 1. Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that hath no money, come ye buy and eat. Yeah, come buy wine and milk without money and without price.
Yeah, so eat, man. Or you come and buy it. From those that got it, man. Those that got the word, man. And it's for free. The Lord said, freely freely give. You know? So there it is. You got it.
Read that again.
Yeah, come on.
Isaiah chapter 55 and 1. It says, ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters. And he that hath no money, come ye, buy and eat. Yeah, come buy wine and milk without money and without price.
You got that St. John 6. It's like it. Not St. John. Give me St. John though. St. John 6. Give me 33. Go ahead.
This is St. John chapter 6, verse 33.
And then give me John 1 and 1.
For the bread of the Most High is he which cometh down from the heaven,
So there you go.
and giveth life unto the world.
So there you go. Now give me John 1.
Con. This is John chapter 1 and verse 1. In the beginning
God said 19.
was the Word,
Ahead.
and the Word was with God, and the Word was God.
Was a God. But go ahead, jump to verse so the word, man. All right. Now jump to 4.
Con.
Shot.
John chapter 1 verse 4 says, in him
And him, come on.
was life.
You see? So that word was Yahweh Shah. This the word that came down. So the bread is the word, 100%. You see what I'm saying? You still holding that? St. John 6? Go ahead, 33.
St. John chapter 6, verse 33. It says, for the bread of the Most High is he which cometh down from heaven,
See that?
and giveth life unto the world.
What you said to be the word, man. So it's this, man. All right. So what is an altar doing in Egypt? An altar is in Egypt because we would be carried away to Egypt as Israelites. And at a certain point, we would have been discontinued from being an altar. You'd have been a nigga, a basketball player, or something. But you really the one that's supposed to be holding this word. You see what I'm saying? Where people can access this word. Those that have been set up and appointed to that. You know, but they don't want the Israelites getting out at all. That's why you do not hear them mentioned. How can you talk about the Bible in the New Testament and Christ, but you do not mention the Israelites? It's impossible. They tell you in John, the first chapter, the Lord's going to slack it. Matthew, the first chapter, he's coming to save his people, man. Matthew 1:21, man. You see what I'm saying? It ain't about nothing else. Go ahead, Al. Isaiah 19.
Start with
No, 19. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 19, verse 19. In that day shall there be an altar to the Lord
See?
in the midst of the land of Egypt.
Yeah. So the altars is who hold the bread. Who hold the word. See that? That bread whole time represented the word, where you can go to access the word. Those that's been set up to give it, man. Go ahead.
And a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord, Yahweh. And it shall be for a sign and for a witness to the Lord Yahweh of hosts.
Come on.
In the land of Egypt.
Now watch this.
For they shall cry unto the Lord because of their oppressors.
See? Come on.
And he shall send them a savior.
See that?
And a great one.
Because we eating this word, man. And we learned that we went off. We remembered ourselves. We rehearsing. We know we being oppressed. You see what I'm saying? We know who we're supposed to be. Why? Because we accessed that altar. That altar was set back up. The Lord just set an altar up in the middle of Egypt. See that? Come on.
And he shall deliver them.
See? That's it, man. That's showing you that's talking about the Israelites awakening. See that? Through the word. Because that's what the altar is for. It holds the wine and the bread, man. You see what I'm saying? They tell you that in Revelation, the ninth Revelation, that, you know, when the earth is getting ready to be destroyed, America's getting ready to be destroyed, the angels hold back the wind saying, hurt not the wine. You see what I'm saying? Meaning the vessels. You see that? Once again, going into the temple, the men that hold this truth. Because what's in the vessels? A vessel is another word for a container or a utensil, which is something that holds something when you look up the meaning of it. And what would it hold? Whatever you put in it. Wine. You see what I'm saying? So it's just that simple. Did a lesson on that. I think it's one of the parables lessons, one of those. You know, the inward cup parable series or whatever. Go ahead. Let's go back to St. John 10:22. We're going to read a little bit of this.
This is St. John chapter 10, verse 22. It says, and it was at Jerusalem the feast of the dedication, and it was winter. Did you want me to go back into the definition for dedication?
Nah. Did you ever get the regular definition?
I was saying, or got it.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sure you do.
Come.
Go ahead.
This is a dedication from Brother Ward. It says, the quality of being dedicated or committed to a task or purpose.
And what is? The temple was. You see what I'm saying? So if you're the temple, you've been dedicated to a purpose. You see what I'm saying? Give me Revelation sloppy. Romans 12 real quick. 12:1.
This is Romans chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you, therefore.
Go ahead and finish that, bro. You got it.
It says,
The what? Start at the.
the quality of being dedicated or committed to a task or purpose.
Keep going.
The action.
The what?
The action
Come on.
of dedicating a church or the other building.
Or other buildings.
Or other building.
Go ahead. You got it.
Romans chapter 12 and 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living, a living sacrifice.
Give me the second definition.
it says dedication in the late 14th century. It says
dedication. You got it.
it says the action of consecrating to a deity or sacred use.
See, going into sacrifice. See that? One more time on that, bro.
Romans chapter 12 and 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren.
Who?
Brethren.
Give me Romans 9 and 1. Go ahead.
By the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies.
Present your what?
Your bodies.
Come on.
A living sacrifice.
Who's the brother? Give me that. Romans 9.
Romans chapter 9, verse 1, it says, I say the truth in Hamashiach. I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Spirit. That I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach. For my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh,
Who are what?
who are Israelites,
There you go. Go ahead.
to whom pertains the adoption,
So you've been dedicated. Come on. What else?
and the glory, and the covenants,
You've been dedicated. Come on.
and the giving of the law.
See, you've been dedicated to that. Now you got to remember that through this rehearsal. Come on.
It says,
You're the temple. That's what the temple was for. See that? So the Lord is really showing you, he's highlighting how important you are. Because without the temple, the Lord don't pull up, man. It tell you in Exodus, the 20th chapter, wherever he put his name, there will he come. Go ahead and get that real quick. Exodus 20. Bible shot. Go ahead and finish.
It says, and the giving of the law, and the service of the Most High, and the promises.
Start at 24.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 24. An altar,
Start at 22.
verse 22. Exodus chapter 20, verse 22. And the Lord said unto Moses,
And the Lord Yahweh, go ahead.
and the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses,
Come on.
thus thou shalt say unto the children of Israel,
See?
ye,
So-called blacks, who's today being called so-called blacks, Negroes, Native American Indians, West Indians, Seminole Indians. You see what I'm saying? Afro people. You, whether you're an Afro-European, whatever the hell you want to, Europe, whatever, man. Afro-Italian, whatever, man. Your spirit bear witness to this, and these curses be following you, an Israelite, man. Go ahead.
ye have seen that I have talked with you from heaven.
Yeah, this is what, because due to your oral tradition. Right. You are the witnesses. This is what you passed. You have seen this, man. This is the part of who you are. This is your makeup. You the people who know the Most High. That's why Jake just wake up going to church, man. It's in your DNA to deal with the Lord for some reason. You see what I'm saying? Black people don't do nothing. Latino people don't do nothing. Native Indian people don't do nothing. They deal with the Most High. They dedicate themselves to the Most High somehow. They go to church. You see what I'm saying? They got some crazy ass story about, you know what I'm saying? Because you're the Israelites. Come on.
Exodus chapter 20 and 23. Ye shall not make with me gods of silver.
Down to 24.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 24.
That's the point. Come on.
An altar of earth thou shalt make unto me,
Come on.
and shalt sacrifice thereon.
There it is. An altar of earth. Because they tell you that we got this treasure in earthen vessels. See what I'm saying? We're the earthen vessels. You see what I'm saying? And the treasures is what? These riches. This word. This is what makes us have riches and illustrious, as I said, by the Spirit. Go ahead.
An altar of earth thou shalt make unto me,
Yeah, the Lord don't want a temple made with hands. He wants you. Come on.
and shalt sacrifice thereof.
There it is. We just read it.
God,
Come on.
and shalt sacrifice therein
Your body. Come on.
thy burnt offering,
AKA dedicate. Come on.
and thy peace offering.
Yeah, your burnt offerings is talked about in the book of Psalms. But we'll keep going into other things. Come on.
Thy sheep and thine oxen.
Yeah.
In all places where I record my name, I will come unto thee, and I will bless thee.
See, in all places. What?
In all places where I record my name,
What? Where? See, where? Nowhere else. Just where he what?
where I record my name,
Where he records his name. Come on.
I will come unto thee.
See? Now if you're not labeled as the place he recorded, if you're no longer the place he recorded his name, that's showing you they had to change us.
Exactly.
He ain't gonna come. That's how they keep them away. That's how people get to think that's why people sin are doing the evil 1,000 goddamn times. Because the place where the Lord gonna come, which is you've been turned to something else. You got blind goddamn hair on your head, man. When that happened, the Lord ain't dealing with your ass, man. That's what that show you. But look, all people do is dye their damn hair blind. You know? When you was dedicated to holiness and righteousness, meaning being right, you're supposed to be right. You're not supposed to be off. You're not supposed to not know what's going on. You're not supposed to not believe in the higher power. You're not supposed to not believe you are and nothing else. I'm God. You know what I'm saying? You've been changed, man. So the Lord ain't pulled up. But slowly, you starting to see he pulling back up. Because why? The place he recorded his name is being dug the hell up. All right, Lord, here it is. It's set up. See, that's why it was so important for us to keep rededicating the temple. Now let's go ahead and go into this. Because I was going to grab on the burnt offerings and all that, but, you know, we don't went into it before. I say that for, you know, another time. It's all good. All right, Maccabees. So start at Maccabees. And we're gonna close out after this. So yeah, this is where you get so-called Hanukkah, man. And we're rehearsing it just by retelling it again. You see what I'm saying? And you're gonna hear the same thing we just went into. This is the second one, and you're gonna realize after we're done with it real quick that this is the third one, but it's not gonna be done the same way. But it's going to be rededicated the same way. How is this one rededicated? How is this able to be rededicated? You see what I'm saying? What is so-called Hanukkah for real? What is the feast of dedication that we will keep for 8 days, man? You see what I'm saying? You just be in the spirit of it for 8 days. You got some people that burn the menorah, you know what I'm saying, 8 days. But nonetheless, we rehearsing, don't say that. You see what I'm saying? All right, go ahead.
Start from the top.
Nah, start at Start at First Maccabees 3 and 45. Matter of fact, start at 42. Go ahead.
This is First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 42. Now when Judas and his brethren saw that miseries were multiplied,
Start at 41.
First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 41. And the merchants of the country, hearing the fame of them, took silver and gold very much with servants, and came into the camp to buy the children of Israel for slaves. A power also of Syria and of the land of the Philistines joined themselves unto them.
Real quick, no, you got to keep going. We'll jump back to the beginning.
Now when Judas and his brethren saw the miseries were multiplied, and that the forces did encamp themselves in their borders, for they knew how the king had given commandment to destroy the people, and utterly abolish them.
They want us gone. Why? Because where the place where the Lord records his name, that's where he gonna come. They say the Lord's name is dreadful among the heathen, man. This is what he's known for. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. You're gonna hear Yahweh, man. But that don't mean play with the name either. Go ahead.
First Maccabees 3 and 43. They said one to another, let us restore the decayed fortune of our people.
See that? There it is. Come on. Let's
And
get straight to the point. Come on.
And let us fight for our people.
See?
And the sanctuary.
And the what?
The sanctuary.
See? Which is simultaneously the same thing the whole time. Come on. That's it. Jump to that ain't it, but we're gonna come right back to that. Jump at 2 and 1.
Okay. First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 1. In those days arose Matthias, the son of John, the son of Simeon, a priest of the son of Jorib.
Start at 1 and 41, just to give you context. Because this is what's going on now. Go ahead.
This is First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 41. It says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
See, just like Cyrus. Come on. And Antiochus is an Edomite. Come on.
And everyone should leave his laws.
Come on.
So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
See, meaning you're gonna have, like today, you got so-called Arabs walking around with Air Force Ones and shit on. You see what I'm saying? These niggas bugged out, man. How? Because this is still going on.
You said you conform.
That's it. Go ahead. Yeah, the nigga said it, man. Go ahead.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and 43.
And you can't say you're not off because you got called out on it. And you like, yeah. You know, go ahead.
Yeah, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols.
Where you at?
43.
Yep. Go ahead.
And profaned the Sabbath.
See, read that one more time, just in case you didn't hear that. Come on.
First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 43. Yeah, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols.
See that?
And profaned the Sabbath.
Now let's jump up real quick. Let's jump to verse 7.
First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 7.
This is the beginning.
So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died.
Now jump to 9.
Verse 9, it says, and after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves.
Yeah, because he had the Dokai, which is men he grew up with, that set up and split everything that he gained. Go ahead.
So did their sons after them.
Yep.
Many
and then when
years.
they died, their sons took over. More Edomites. Come on.
And evils were multiplied in the earth.
They were what?
And evils were multiplied.
No, they were added.
They were
No, they
multiplied.
were subtracted.
Multiplied
See that? Come on.
in the earth.
That's now. Come on.
And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been a hostage at Rome. And he reigned in the 137th year of the king of the Greeks.
See? We was in every kingdom. You see? And what was happening in every kingdom? Come on.
In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying,
Just like now.
exactly,
These niggas do that to this day.
Exactly.
Come on.
who persuaded many, saying, let us go
Let
and
who?
let us go,
Do what?
let us go and make covenant,
And make a covenant. Come
make
on.
a covenant with the heathen
See?
that are round about
The
us.
holy people want to be heathens. See that? These niggas is delusional, man. Come on.
For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
Jake is, this is where you get Stockholm Syndrome, man. Jake finished, man. Watch this. Come on.
So this device pleased them well.
Because they wicked. Now watch this. Come on.
Then certain of the people were so forward herein
So gone. Come on.
that they went to the king.
So bugged out. They went to the king. Like Wayne, when Wayne standing with Donald Trump, Kanye went and sat down. All these dudes, man. Come on.
That they went to the king who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen.
Do you remember how Lil Wayne was dressed during election night a couple weeks ago? Nigga had a damn sweater on. Yeah, man. With some tan, like he go to school at Hogwarts. You know what I'm saying? Nigga look crazy, man. Go to 15, bro.
Kind of. First Maccabees chapter 1 and 15. It made themselves uncircumcised.
See? How you uncircumcise yourself? Jake gonna find out a way to do it. Come on.
And forsook the holy covenant.
See?
And joined themselves to the heathen.
So you got niggas, the circumcision that you got, like to this day, niggas that know they Israelites, but consciously, like, Muz know what's going on, but Muz, I ain't taking it. I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know who you is, but yet that's what the scripture's talking about. They of the circumcision. Right? These are niggas that know they Israelites. Y'all Israelites? Yeah, you is too. Yeah, I know. Huh? You know what I'm saying? Where your Bible? Why you ain't up here, bro?
See you with the
Lord gonna kill these dudes, man. All right, now let's jump down to 17.
First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 17.
Jump to 16. You got it.
It says, verse 16. It says, now when the kingdom was established before Antiochus, he thought to reign over Egypt, that he might have the dominion of 2 realms.
See, 2 realms. Come on.
Wherefore,
that's how you get Edomites in Egypt.
Con.
Whole other thing. Come on.
Wherefore he entered into Egypt with a great multitude, with chariots and elephants and horsemen and a great navy, and made war against Ptolemy.
All right, that's it. Jump to 20.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and 20.
See, Satan being divided against Satan. They love blood. Come on.
And after that, Antiochus had smitten Egypt. He returned again in the 143rd year, and went up against Israel and Jerusalem, with a great multitude,
Now watch this.
and entered proudly into the sanctuary.
Into the what?
Into the sanctuary.
This is when it happened again.
Mhm.
See? Come on.
And took away the golden altar
See?
and the candlestick.
Golden altar.
Mhm.
See? We're gold. We're the altar. See that? And did what?
And took away the golden altar
Mm-hmm.
and the candlestick.
See?
Of
And
light.
who's the candlestick, man? You going to Revelation 1 and 9, man.
Mhm.
Look, let's get there real quick. Because it's the seriousness of what the fuck what happened, man. Give me Revelation 1 and start at 10. Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 1 and verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
It says, I was in the spirit on the Lord's day,
Come on.
and heard behind me a great voice
Come on.
as of a trumpet, saying, I am Alpha and Omega,
Come on.
the first and the last.
Come on.
And what thou seest, write it in a book.
Jump to 14.
Verse 14, it says, his head and his hairs were white like wool.
Start at 13.
Yeah, Revelation 1 and 13, it says, and in the midst of the seven
You
candlesticks,
see? He's saying that this was just jump. What you just read was the last one you read before you jumped? Was it 10 or 11?
10. Or
Okay.
11 spot. 11.
You finished 11?
No.
Okay, jump to 12.
Verse Revelation 1 and 12, it says, and I turned to see the voice
Perfect.
that spake with me,
Mhm.
and being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks.
See? Come on.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks,
Mhm.
one like unto the Son of Man,
Yeah. See?
clothed with a garment down to the foot,
Come on.
and girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Yahweh. He's in the midst. You got 7 sticks on it, 7 placeholders. And in the middle will be Yahweh. Come on.
His head and his hairs were white like wool,
Yep.
and white as
So-called,
snow.
like a so-called African American. Come on.
And his
So-called a black person. So-called Latino. You see what I'm saying? Because you tend to have the same features as the African Americans. A lot of the tribes do. Native American, Indians, anybody that know they black. You know what I'm saying? The Lord look like a so-called black man. Come on.
It says, and his eyes were as a flame of fire,
Mhm.
and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a
And
furnace.
brass is brown. You darken it, by putting it in that fire. So So that's it, man. You go ahead, bro.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and 21.
Mm-hmm.
And entered proudly into the sanctuary
Mm-hmm.
and took away the golden altar
Mm-hmm.
and the candlestick of light
See that? You see that?
and all the vessels thereof.
See? So they have no clue what they just did, man. That candlestick is synonymous with the Lord himself. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The light. Because he's on the candlestick because the candlestick gives light. And then it's complete light because it's 7. You see what I'm saying? So they completely took away the light thereof. Come on. All right, now jump down to 22. Because there's more. Come on.
First Maccabees 1 and 22.
Mhm.
And the table of the shewbread.
Read through 24.
Con.
Shop.
And the table of the shewbread
Mm-hmm.
and the pouring vessels and the vials and the censers of gold
Mm-hmm.
and the vial
Mm-hmm.
and the veils and the crown and the golden ornaments that were before the temple, all which he pulled off. He took also the silver and the gold
Yeah, thief.
and the precious vessels.
Mm-hmm.
Also he took the hidden treasures which he found.
See?
And when he had taken all away, he went into his own land.
And then that's going into what? The scriptures. Because you got the mysteries. When they stopped us from reading the book, we not only lost the riches, but we lost aka the treasures, we lost the hidden treasures. Like even deeper, it's deeper things in the scriptures. But if you don't got the scriptures in itself, you don't have the treasures and the hidden treasures. So he even did that to this day. See that? And he's still doing it because you got all Jake don't know about this. Why? Because this dude, because he entered into the temple, the sanctuary proudly. He ramshacked it, man. Because it's going into the siege of Titus. You got it.
I say this book not even in the
There it is. And what is this called? What does this mean?
hidden books.
What?
Hidden books.
Hidden, man. See that? Hidden treasures. See that? Where you at, bro? 24. Go ahead.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and 24. And when he had taken all away, he went into his own land, having made a great massacre, and
See?
spoken very proudly.
See? Blood. See that?
Blood.
Nigga love blood, man. Bring that out. Ezekiel 36 and 5 real quick. that one time.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and 24.
Come on.
And when he had taken all away, he went into his own land,
So-called white man. Come on.
having made a great massacre.
A great what?
A great massacre,
That's blood. Come on.
and spoken very proudly.
Go ahead. Ezekiel 36 and 5.
Con, Ezekiel chapter, the one I brought up before.
That's it, bro.
Con, it's Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 6. It
35 and
says,
6. Like,
therefore, as I live, said the Lord, Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood,
now why? Come on.
and the blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood,
How can you do a massacre?
Yeah, blood.
See that? Come on.
even blood shall pursue thee.
Now watch this. All right. Now go to 25, bro.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and 25.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, there was a great mourning in Israel, in every place where they were, so that the princes and elders mourned. The virgins and young men were made feeble.
See, the princes, they're showing you is different lots. To be a prince, that's not a teacher, that's not a prophet, that's not an apostle. You see what I'm saying? That's just more royalty. They wreck shop on everything, man. You see? That's why you got Jakes that's all royal, but they don't want to teach or nothing like that. You see what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes could be a lot of there's princes walking around, man. Come on.
They said they were made feeble.
Come on.
And the beauty of the women was changed.
See? Come on.
Every bridegroom took up lamentation. And she that sat in the marriage chamber,
in the marriage chamber,
was in heaviness.
There you go. All right. Now go ahead and read 28. We're going to jump to the point.
Verse 28, the land also was moved for the inhabitants thereof. And all the house of Jacob was covered with confusion.
See? That's now, man. That's what happened. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and jump into this, man. All right. Now jump to back to the point. So now you jump back to Antiochus, who you get to Antiochus, who wrote to his kingdom that all should be one, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yeah, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrifice unto idols and profane the Sabbath. And profane the Sabbath. For the king has sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah that they should follow the strange laws of the land and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbaths and festival days and people and pollute the sanctuary and holy people, set up altars and groves and chapels of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts, that they should also leave their children uncircumcised and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness. You see, to the end that they might forget the law and change all the ordinances. So you got heathens in church teaching Jake. You see what I'm saying? And that's what happened, man. The temple's no more. You're no more. You see what I'm saying? Because it was never about a building. All right? Now, you got some Israelites that went on and wasn't with this, man. You know? And that's where you get this man. Jump to verse 2, chapter 2 and 1.
First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 1.
We got a couple more we can close up. Go ahead.
In those days arose Mattathias, the son of John, the son of Simeon, a priest of the son of Jored, from Jerusalem, and dwelt in Mudin. And he had 5 sons. Johanan, called Cadiz, Simeon, called Thasi, Simon called Thasi, Judas, who was called Maccabeus, Eleazar called Aviron, and Jonathan, whose surname was Aphos. And when he saw the blasphemies that were committed in Judah and Jerusalem,
so-called black man, come on,
he said, "Woe is me! Wherefore was I born to see this misery of my people and of the holy city, and to dwell there, when it was delivered into the hand of the enemy, and the sanctuary into the hand of the strangers? Her temple is become as man.
What?
Her temple, is become as a man without glory. Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets. Her young men with the sword of the enemy.
That's our people getting cut down, man. You see, us being taken off corners, because it's gonna happen again. The siege of the temple, man. When niggas getting rounded the hell up, that's the time we in. That's why you supposed to remember this. We're Mattathias and Judas and all of them in the spirit, man. We doing the same thing, right? We like, man, what the fuck is this? Dennis Rodman? They got a wedding dress on, man. That's an Israelite, man. All right? That's a God, man. Look at him. You know what I'm saying? He's finished. Michael Jordan, the best he could do is shoot a ball and get drunk. You know what I'm saying? That's it. He finished, man. This is it. And these are people that's supposed to be dedicated to the Lord, man. All right? Making his presence known. But they're no more, so he's not going to pull up. That's the New World Order. You see what I'm saying? We just read about the New World Order. Because that's how they get power. They want to make their power. They want to make their strength. You read about that in Wisdom of Solomon in the 2nd chapter. They want to make their what's feeble the strength, their law the strength of the law. You see what I'm saying? Paraphrasing. All right, now let's jump to the point. Start at 14.
First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 14. Then Mattathias and his sons.
And I'm gonna start. Let me get this real quick. This is verse 12. And behold, our sanctuary, even our beauty and our glory, is laid waste. You see that? And the Gentiles have profaned it. You got people acting and reenacting our, you know what I'm saying, plays and all this shit. We hear it, but then we say we the people. They get mad and all this other stuff. To what end, therefore, shall we live any longer? So we don't have no point, man. There's no purpose. We're not living our purpose out. So all these superstars get rich, get to complaining. Joe Budden, everybody calling him bitter. He's an Israelite, man. That shit is not gonna suffice him. That's his problem. Joe, you just bitter. You know what I'm saying? Because he always saying something about something. You know? But they don't know why. So it says, then Mattathias and his sons rent their clothes and put on sackcloth and mourn very sore. You got it, verse 16.
First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 16. And when many of Israel came
15.
Verse 15. In the meanwhile, the king's officers, such as compelled the people to revolt, come into the city.
See, you're going to have to do something. You finna uncircumcise your kids. They was hanging our kids. They took our land we was living in. They was just doing whatever the hell they wanted to. You compelled to revolt. Right? If you got an ounce of integrity in you, man. Go ahead.
Came into the city, Modin.
So this is what the temple of rededication is about. They're finna go on an onslaught, man. And take the hell up. They finna do it, man. Like we fishing right now. We telling people about it. We ushering in. And then the Lord is going to put that spirit on us, man. We're going to fucking wreck shop on this place. And that's how the temple going to be rededicated again. The thing that has been is that which shall be, man. All right? There is no new thing under the sun. And it's going to be the final one because 3 represents completion. So this is the second time it was rededicated. But look how they had to get it done. All right? Where we at? Go ahead.
To make them sacrifices.
16.
And when many of Israel came unto them, Mattathias also and his sons came together.
See that?
Then answered the king's officers.
That's it. Jump down to 19.
Gone. First Maccabees 2 and 19. Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice.
And then, because in the 18th verse, it's telling you how they was offered to sell out with silver and gold. And if you go back to Exodus, the Lord said, you shall not make you gods of silver and gold. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead. Just to keep this short. Come on.
So all the nations that are under the king's dominion obey him and fall away every one from the religion of their fathers and give consent to his commandments.
Yeah, chapter 2 and 18, First Maccabees 2 and 18 is disapproved by Exodus 20 and 23. Come on. Just for those that want to know. Go ahead.
Verse 20. Yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers.
See, so they like, we not doing this. These niggas want to sell out. We ain't going. So whose spirit we in? Who we sound like? Come on.
God forbid that we should forsake the law of the ordinance.
The scriptures tell you that. So we then make void the law. God forbid. You see what I'm saying?
Verse 22.
Watch this.
We will not hearken to the king's words to go from our religion.
Come on.
Either on the right hand or the left.
Religion just means belief. Doctrine. Because they could have put doctrine right here. They put religion. Come on.
Now,
But what religion? You see what I'm saying? We don't deal with that term religion. Because religion means something. So you can just say the meaning. Don't put that term on us. This is a belief. This is the doctrine. We're in the doctrine. We're under the instruction manual of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. We ain't under no religion. You see what I'm saying? Religios. Come on.
Maccabees chapter 2 and 23.
Just say the meaning. Come on.
Now when he had left speaking these words,
Mhm.
there came one of the Jews in the sight of all to sacrifice unto the altar, which was at Modin, according to the king's commandment.
So a sellout nigga, come on, he came to sacrifice on the altar. Now what did they say the altars should be sacrificed on the altar? What did Antiochus say? He said swine's flesh. Come on.
Which thing, when Mattathias saw,
Come on.
he was inflamed with zeal,
See, he was inflamed with zeal. Come on.
and his reins trembled. Neither could he forbear to show his anger, according to judgment. Wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar.
See, so he stopped conducting himself with any, pretty much he didn't consider nothing. It wasn't, that's what it's saying. It was no more consideration left for anything. Because this nigga was about to he was sacrificing swine's flesh on the altar. You see what I'm saying? That's like you watch somebody give a Jake that just came into the truth of pork. You gonna go slap that shit out of his hand like, bro, what the fuck is you doing, man? You damn heathen. You know what I'm saying? You gonna fuck around. If you could, you would put the nigga to death, man. Look, and that's acting without judgment. Because you gotta put people to death according to the law. You see what I'm saying? It has to be just. Because we don't murder. We don't do none of that. But that's pretty much that, man. That's an inflamed zeal, man. You hear this, his brother just came in. You see what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and finish this up, man. So he slew him upon the altar, man. And from this point on, they just went on just slaying shit, man. They just went on a killing spree. And he eventually dies. And that's how we get to 340. And this shit was still going on. Let's go ahead and finish out on this. 3 in Maccabees, first Maccabees 3, and jump to 41.
First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 41. And the merchants of the country, hearing the fame of them, took silver and gold very much with servants, and came into the camp to buy the children of Israel for slaves. A power also of Israel and of the land of the Philistines joined themselves unto them. Now when Judas and his brethren saw the miseries were multiplied, and that the forces did encamp themselves in their borders, for they knew how the king had given commandment to destroy the people and utterly abolish them.
They wanted us dead. Come on.
They said once,
we was, opposed to everything that was going on. That's just how we set up. They got to get rid of us. They were trying to commit genocide, man. You got it?
they said one to another, let us restore the decayed fortune of our people, and let us fight for our people and the sanctuary.
See that? And that's basically what they went on to do, man. You see what I'm saying? Where you at?
44.
Go ahead.
Then was a congregation gathered together, that they might be ready for battle,
See?
and they might pray.
Give me 2 Ezra 16 and 40. This is happening all over again in the spirit. The Lord said, be ready for battle, man. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro. All right. You got it, Mar. One more time.
Then was the congregation gathered together,
All the Israelites that didn't sell out, aka the 1/3. Come on.
that they might be ready for battle.
See? That who might be ready?
That they
Come on.
might be ready for battle.
Come on.
And that they might pray and ask mercy and compassion.
Yeah, because we can't do nothing without the Lord. The Lord fight our battles, man. So that's how we prepare. Go ahead. And that's happening all over again right now. Watch this. Come on.
2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 40.
Prophecy. Come on.
For my people hear my word. So like, oh my people, hear my words.
The 1/3, the remnant, those that will be left, according to Zechariah the 13th chapter and the 8th verse on down. Come on.
Make you ready to thy battle.
No, we ain't worrying about the 2/3. Just each other. Come on.
And in those evils,
See, make you what?
make you ready
To what?
to thy battle.
See, we got a battle, man. What battle, man? It's a battle taking place right now. Spiritual warfare, man. These people want to put a chip in you, man. They want to put a damn vaccination in your ass, man. They want to round you up and think you finna bow. That shit is not going down, Esau. Lord allow me to keep my integrity, nigga. I'm gonna kill you, dog. You know what I'm saying? Or you gonna put me to death. And I expect everybody that believe in Yahweh Shem Yahshua to feel the same way. We're gonna kill you fucking heathens, man. You see, you know what? Let me chill, man. The Lord gonna kill you. We ain't gonna do nothing. Yahweh Shem Yahshua gonna kill you heathens, man. We're gonna whoop y'all ass in the kingdom of heaven. That's what's gonna happen. All you elite bankers, because it's the kings. You see what I'm saying? That's why the Lord said he coming to wound the heads over many countries, the kings, man. All right. So the Lord said, make ye ready to thy battle, man. That's us. We getting ready to be seized again, man. The temple getting ready to be seized. You the temple. They finna come get your ass, man. They finna carry away to go. A lot of them are gonna be martyrs. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna pollute the sanctuary. They speak proudly. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Savior gonna come back on high, man. The Lord gonna outright give us spiritual power this time. Because we was just outright beating them in battle physically then. It was spiritual, but it's gonna be different this time. All right? So go ahead, bro. If that was the point, if that was it on it, as far as yeah, you got it.
First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 45. Now Jerusalem lay void as a wilderness. There was none of her children that went in or out. The sanctuary also was trodden down. And aliens,
See, and what?
aliens
See, y'all the aliens. Gentle, you heathens, come on.
kept the stronghold.
See?
The heathen,
And that's them trotting Israel down right now. Come on.
the heathen had their habitation in that place.
See? That's it, man. And it's still to that day. A bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. Isaiah 1 and 7. Strangers devour in your place, in your face, your presence. They live in there, man. But you don't know. You know, but now you do know. So that's what's happening. They devouring it in our presence. What's gonna happen? Come on.
And joy was taken from Jacob.
See?
And the pipe with the harp ceased.
Yeah, that's bringing these scriptures out. That song, that melody. Niggas was walking to a whole new beat. You see? Come on.
Wherefore the Israelites assembled themselves together and came to Mashpah over against Jerusalem. For in Mashpah was the place where they prayed aforetime in Israel. Then they fasted that day and put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads and rent their clothes and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
So they was trying to get rid of us, but still claiming our image. But they wasn't actually doing what it is we do. Come on.
They brought also the priest garments and the first fruits and the tithes, and the Nazarites they stirred up, who had accomplished their days. Then cried
So
they,
it was still Nazarites and everything, man. Come on.
Then cried they with a loud voice toward heaven, saying, what shall we do with these? And whither shall we carry them away?
Come on.
For thy sanctuary is trodden down and profane, and thy priests are in heaviness and brought low. And lo, the heathen are assembled together against us to destroy us. What things they imagine against us, thou knowest. How shall we be able to stand against them, except thou, O God,
How about you now? At this point, come on.
God, be our help.
Come on.
Then sounded they with trumpets and cried with a loud voice. And after this, Judas ordained captains over the people, even captains over thousands, and over hundreds, and over 50s,
Now, wow.
and over 10s.
Come on.
But as for such as were building houses, or had betrothed wives, or were planting vineyards, or were fearful,
If you got some shit going on besides the objective, the focus, come on.
those he commanded that they should return.
See? Get the fuck on. Come on.
Every man to his own house,
See?
according to the law.
See?
So the camp removed and pitched upon the south side of Emmaus.
And that's spiritual. You see what I'm saying? The south side. Come on.
And Judas said, arm yourselves and be valiant men, and see that ye be in readiness against the morning, so that ye may fight with these nations.
See, this shit's gonna go down, man. That's how they had to get the temple back, man. Come on.
That are assembled together against us,
Rededicated. Come on.
to destroy us and our sanctuary.
See that?
For it is better for us to die in battle
See?
than to behold the calamities of our people in our sanctuary.
This shit ain't happening, Esau. Nigga, man, go ahead. You gonna have to kill every Jake, bro. And it ain't written you gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. This place will be thrown down with violence, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is gonna redeem the blood of his apostles, his prophets, the saints, man. You see what I'm saying? He's gonna do that, man. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna pay for all this. You already been prepared for blood, man. Why? Because this went on to happen. But it's gonna look, you redefiled the temple. So now I gotta be rededicated. That's the third temple. But it ain't gonna be a physical one no more. It's us being rebuilt back up in our mindset, man. You see what I'm saying? And you ain't gonna be able to deter this one no more, man. You're not gonna be able to stand with us, man. All right, go ahead.
Nevertheless, as the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is in heaven, so let him do.
Yeah, because you only gonna do what the Lord allow you to do. So we ain't worried about nothing, man. I ain't worried about that gun. I'm thinking is the Lord gonna have you pull it. Lord, you gonna have him blow my brains out. I'm gonna take it. That's what fucking happened. Or whatever he allowed me to do to you, or you to not do. I'm gonna take it, man. Lord willing, I keep my integrity, man. The hell with you heathens, man. All right. Now let's get the last part. Jump to 14.
13.
Mm-hmm.
This is First Maccabees chapter 4, verse 13.
10.
Verse 10, it says, now therefore let us cry into heaven.
Start at 9. Watch this. Mm-hmm.
First
Matter of fact, start at 8.
First Maccabees chapter 4, verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
Then it said Judas to the men that were with him, fear ye not.
Start at 7. Start at 7. Sorry.
First Maccabees chapter 4, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
And they saw the camp of the heathen,
Mm-hmm.
that it was strong and well harnessed.
See, that's these stormtroopers these days. Come on.
It compassed round about with horsemen.
Come on.
And these were expert of war.
Come on.
Then it said Judas to the men that were with him,
Come on.
fear ye not
Come on.
their multitude, neither be ye afraid of their assault.
Yep, they're assault, man. Come on. Assault rifles. Come on.
Remember how our fathers were delivered in the Red Sea.
In the what?
In the Red Sea.
There you go, man. Esau gonna do that all over again. You can see it. Come on.
When Pharaoh pursued them with an army.
Romans the 9th chapter talk about Esau being synonymous with Pharaoh. See that? Come on.
Now therefore let us
That Red Sea. Sea represent waters. Waters represent people. Red represent Esau, the known Esau Edomites. You see what I'm saying? So they coming, man. It's in the scriptures. Come on.
now therefore let us cry unto heaven.
Mm-hmm.
If peradventure
Yep.
the Lord will have mercy upon us,
Yeah, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua at this point. Come on.
and remember the covenant of our fathers,
Come on.
and destroy this host
Yep.
before our face this day.
It is wave, man. And it's gonna happen. It's written. Come on.
That so all the heathen may know that there is one who delivered and saved Israel.
Yeah, that's gonna be Yahushua. You see? That was all alluding to that. You see? Come on.
Then the strangers lifted up their eyes and saw them coming over against them.
Mm-hmm.
Wherefore they went out of the camp to battle.
Mm-hmm.
But they were with Judas, sounded their trumpets. So they joined battle, and the heathen, being discomfited, fled into the plain.
See? So the Lord put a spirit of fear on these people. As he said it's gonna happen. The mighty man gonna quake like women, man, when the day of the Lord comes. What's gonna be a part of the day of the Lord? When men got spiritual powers and wrecking shit on some Brandon Pryor styles, man. Come on.
Howbeit all the hindmost of them were slain with the sword.
Woo! Come on.
For they pursued them into Gaza,
Woo!
and into the plains of Idumea,
Woo! Esau, come on.
and Azotus,
Yeah,
and Jamia,
come on.
so that there were slain of them upon 3,000 men.
Come on.
This done, Judas returned again with his hosts from pursuing them.
See, we destroyed them niggas. That's what on to happen, man. So it's verse 18.
Verse 18, and Gorgias,
So it says, well, he said, be not, because they was going to spoil them at this point. You see what I'm saying? It's in as much as there is a battle before, so don't be caught up. You got to stay focused. Come on.
and Gorgias and his hosts are here, but us in the mountain, But stand ye now against our enemies and overcome them. And after this, ye
After this, see all things decently in order. Come on,
And
act
after-
like these mother's killers and want us gone, man. Don't be worried about what they got. Take them out. Come on.
and after this, ye may boldly take the spoils.
Woo! So once you get destroyed, see, though he heap up silver as the dust, the just shall put it on. Why? Because you're gonna be destroyed. I can put it on then. So I gotta be worried about your destructions. You see what I'm saying? So that's what happened, man. All right, and we gonna get 23. That'll be it.
First Maccabees chapter 4, verse 23. Then Judas returned to spoil the tents, where they got much gold and silver and blue silk and purple of the sea and great riches. After this, they went home and sung a song of thanksgiving
Got the song back.
and praised the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai in heaven, because it is good, because his mercy endured forever.
Come on.
Thus Israel had a great deliverance that day.
We had a great deliverance that day, man. So we slew all these men. That's what ended up going on to happen, man. You see what I'm saying? And I think one more battle took place. Jump to 33.
First Maccabees chapter 4, verse 33.
You started, yeah, that's it.
Cast them down with the sword of them that love thee, and let all those that know thy name praise thee with thanksgiving.
Let me jump to 31. It says, shut up this army in the hand of the people, shut up this army in the hand of thy people Israel, and let them be confounded in their power and horsemen. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead. Make them to be of no courage, and cause the boldness of their strength to fall away, and let them quake at their destruction. I got it. It says, cast them down with the sword of them that love thee. You see? So the Lord's going to put us in position to destroy these people. This was a prayer. It says, and let all those that know thy name praise thee with thanksgiving. It says, so they joined the battle, and there were slain of the host of Lysias about 5,000 men. Even before them that were slain, even before them were they slain. Now, when Lysias saw his army put to flight, and the manliness of Judas's soldiers, and how they were ready either to live or die valiantly, he went into Antiochia and gathered together a company of strangers, and having made his army greater than it was, he proposed to come again to Judea. Then said Judas and his brethren, behold, our enemies are discomfited. Let us go up to cleanse and dedicate the sanctuary. So this is where you get to rededicate the feast of dedication, man. And it says, and upon all the hosts themselves together and went up into the Mount Sion, the water. And when they saw the sanctuary desolate and the altar profane and the gates burnt up and shrubs going in the courts, like a damn shut down liquor store or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Parking lot. It says, and shrubs growing in the courts as in a forest or in one of the mountains, yeah, and the priest chambers pulled down. They rent their clothes and made great lamentation and cast ashes upon their heads. This is after killing, man. So our people are the perfect balance of warriors. You see what I'm saying? Kill a nigga, cry about it. You know what I'm saying? It says, and fell down about the injustice. It says, and fell down flat to the ground upon their faces and blew an alarm with the trumpets and cried to heaven. And we're going to get to 41. Then Judas appointed certain men to fight against those that were in the fortress until he had cleansed the sanctuary. All right? So he chose priests of blameless conversation, such as had pleasure in the law, who cleansed the sanctuary and bare out the defiled stones into an unclean place. You see? So the rededication of the temple was getting out everything that was dirty. You see what I'm saying? So that's the procedure now. All fake niggas got to go. You see what I'm saying? All jakes that want to step in on this and play two sides or chicks that want to play infiltrator and spies. You gotta go, man, because you defiled. You see what I'm saying? Ones that want to still turn back and care about the world, you defiled. You gotta go. You can't be used to build the nation back up. You see what I'm saying? Because it's likened unto blood being spilled upon you and pork being on you and all this other stuff. You see what I'm saying? That's how you compare it. So it says, who cleansed the sanctuary and bare out the defiled stones into an unclean place. And when they consulted what to do with an altar of burnt offerings, which was profane, they thought it best to pull it down, lest it should be a reproach to them, because the heathen had defiled it. Wherefore they pulled it down and laid up the stones in the mountain of the temple in a convenient place until there should come a prophet to shew what should be done with them. Then they took whole stones according to the law and built a new altar according to the former. So you took whole stones according to the law and built a new altar. So you built a new man. You see what I'm saying? You're building a new man now. Hence, this all relates to the third temple being rebuilt right now. So you get whole new stones, whole new building blocks, whole new foundations for yourself. That's according to the scriptures, the law. You see what the Lord ordains. Thus, you able to be a sturdy piece for our nation. You see what I'm saying? And the putting back together of our nation, our people, individual by individual. You're a good piece. You've rebuilt yourself. You're a whole remade stone. You're solid. You see? So this is what the Feast of Dedication was about, man. And that's what and that's why it's relevant to today, because the third temple, you see what I'm saying, is being rebuilt in the spirit. You can say now, or it's gonna be finished when America's done. Put it like that. All right. So it says, and made up the sanctuary and the things that were within the temple and hollowed the courts. They made also new holy vessels. You see? Give me Romans 12 and 1 real quick. It says, they made also new holy vessels. And into the temple, they brought the candlestick and the altar of burnt offerings and of incense and the table. Whoever got it.
This is Romans chapter 12 and verse 1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High.
Yeah, it got to be holy. Can't be with everything else. Come on.
Which is your reasonable service.
Get to the point. Come on.
And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of
by the what?
By the renewing.
Renewing. You see what I'm saying? Renew. You see what I'm saying? You got to be made new. Come on.
Of your mind.
There it is, in the mind.
That ye may.
Because you go back to what they was doing when they was rededicating the temple, rebuilding it. It was getting new, getting rid of the old, because the old, you was defiled. You know what I'm saying? You was defiled before you came into the truth. So how the hell are you gonna try to bring yourself in, bring that nigga in to be used to build? The Lord gonna get rid of you, man. It's inevitable. No matter how long it takes, you're gonna be gotten rid of. Man, woman, it don't matter, man. You go ahead and finish.
Okay. That ye may prove what is that. That ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High.
All right. All right. It says, and upon the altar they burnt incense in the lamp, and the lamps that were upon the candlestick they lighted, that they might give light in the temple. You see what I'm saying? So you got to bring out the understanding of what the scriptures is talking about. That's how you get light. That's how you get enlightened. That's what we're doing now. So we got that part. We literally rebuild the tank, we rebuilding right now, man. You see that? But that's what was taking place during the Feast of Dedication. So this is what you would simply, know. You see? All right, now I'm gonna get to the outright point. It says, 56. Salakia. Take the scripture I'm looking for. Talking to John. All right. So this is the ending part. We're gonna go ahead and close this out. I think yeah, I jumped. Oh, what the hell was I reading? Yeah, I'm on the wrong complete page. Just making sure I ain't reading none of this. Okay, Con. So yeah, so let me go ahead and finish this. This is verse 50. That's it, bro. This is let me show you. Okay, Con. This is verse 52. It says, now on the 25th day, so the 25th day of the 9th month, which is called Caselu, in the 148th year, they rose up betimes in the morning and offered sacrifice according to the law upon the new altar. You see what I'm saying? Of burnt offerings which they made. Thus, we really need to go into the burnt offerings because the Lord, really the burnt offerings and sacrifices is a contrite spirit broken. If you still built up, you still think you some shit according to your old man, your ass, the Lord he's gonna get rid of you, man. Those are facts. Those are 100% facts. That's the sacrifices of the Lord. All right. This is Psalms. And if this lesson too long for you, you don't need to be here, man. All right. So this is Oh, Salaki. That's what it is. All right. This is yeah, okay, Con. That's it. This is Psalms 51, and I'm gonna start at 16. I'm gonna start at 15. Oh Lord, Heavenly Father, how about you now? Shall open thou my lips, and my praise shall shoot forth, and my mouth shall shoot forth thy praise. For thou desirest not sacrifice, else would I give it. Thou delightest not in burnt offering. The sacrifices of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Shah, are a broken spirit, a broken and contrite spirit. When you go in the word broken and contrite, it's literally pieces, it's dust. You see what I'm saying? You completely in a humble, submissive forward, man. All right. Oh God, thou will not despise. You see, he's not going to despise that. It says, do good in thy good pleasure. That's his good pleasure unto Zion. Build thou the walls of Jerusalem. See that? How? What was going on during the rededication? They were rebuilding according to the law. They had to get rid of the old. They was bringing the light out. They was lighting the light. The light symbolizing, when you lighting the light, you're bringing out the understanding of what's going on now. And then they was bringing burnt offerings, but the Lord doesn't deal with any of that. The building, the burnt offerings, it's all spiritual now. The burnt offerings now is a broken and contrite spirit. That's what he has pleasure in. It says, then shalt thou be pleased with the sacrifices of the righteous, with burnt offering and whole burnt offering. Then shall they offer bullocks upon thine altar. All right. Okay, so this is going to close this out. So it says First Maccabees 4 and 53, and offered sacrifice according to the law upon the new altar, meaning you. So your burnt sacrifices will be coming from your new man, but you gotta have a new man or a new woman. You see what I'm saying? First, see that? It says because the altar is something built too. You know what I'm saying? And how did he say built? Out of earthen. You see? It says of burnt offerings, which they had made. Look at what time and what day the heathen had profaned it. Even in that it dedicated with songs, you see, and citherns and harps and cymbals. So we dedicating ourselves back to the Lord by singing this song. Give me Ezekiel 33 real quick. 33 and 33. Watch this. The Lord not dealing with no fakeness. You can start at 31.
It's Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 31.
Mm-hmm.
And they came unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people.
See? And that's these fake niggas.
Mm-hmm.
These polluted stones. See that? Come on.
And they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they shew much love.
See?
But their heart goeth after their covetousness.
Come on.
And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song.
Ooh, see that? Come on.
Of one that hath a pleasant voice.
See?
And can play well on an instrument.
See? Bringing these scriptures out, man.
For they hear thy words, but they do them not.
See, they words. The song consists of words. See that?
And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. It will come. Then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them.
This is 1 Peter 2 and 5. Ye also as lively stones. I'm going to start at 2. As newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. Because why? Because that's the temple getting ready to be dedicated. They had to get new stones. It says, if so be ye have tasted that the Lord is gracious. You see? He allows you to start over and actually get right. But you wouldn't know that. You wouldn't taste it. You have yet to taste that if you ain't did that. Because once you did that, you will taste them his graces. I started everything over and he dealing with me. You know what I'm saying? Like anyway, it says, if to whom coming as unto a living stone, to whom coming as unto a lively stone, disallowed indeed of men, but chosen of God and precious. You see? And that's talking about Yahushua. To whom coming, Yahushua is coming. You see? As unto a living stone. Because he's a part of the house that's being rebuilt. The house of the Lord that's being rebuilt. It's about to be rededicated. This is it. The final building, man. It says, but chosen of the Heavenly Father, hallowed and precious. The treasures. You see? That's showing you he really was both the vessels and the, you know what I'm saying? The temple. It says, ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house and holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to the Heavenly Father, Yahushua HaMashiach. Ooh, see that? Man. It says to offer up spiritual sacrifices. That's acceptable to Yahushua, man. All right? Nothing else. That's it. All right? So we're going to go ahead and close this out. It says, then all the people fell upon their faces, First Maccabees 4 and 55, worshiping and praising the God of heaven, the power of heaven, Heavenly Father of heaven, who had given them good success. And so they kept the dedication of the altar, Salakia, 8 days. You see, the dedication of the altar. And when you dedicate something again, it says the quality of being dedicated or committed to a task or purpose. You see? Committed, man. The action of dedicating a church or other building. What does church mean? You got some? No, it's like it says, and so they kept the dedication of the altar 8 days. You see, it says and offer burnt offerings with gladness and sacrifice the sacrifice of deliverance and praise. You see, someone else is humbling themselves more. Well, just, you know what I'm saying? Starting the hell up. This is the time of a restart, of the second restart, only for it to happen again. You know what I'm saying? One last time. So this is where you get so-called Hanukkah, bloodshed, when we have to outright kill, you see what I'm saying, and destroy, and go. And we have to slay our own. See that?
Yep. Started. That's how it started off.
Woo! Give me Zephaniah 1 and 12, Bible shop. And give me Jeremiah 16 and 16. We're gonna close up.
Zephaniah chapter.
Also give me you got it, go ahead.
So like, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say give me Ecclesiastes 1 and 9.
Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 12. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles. Woo! And punish the men that are settled on their leaves.
Look at those candles.
Exactly.
Those the men with the understanding. Why? We understand you gotta go. If you got a vineyard, you got something else to do, you dealing with your wife, you need to go home. You need to get the hell out of here, according to law. You see what I'm saying? Because we got to understand you're gonna get in the way. You're gonna turn on us. You're gonna take the bait off from Esau. You see what I'm saying? Give me Jeremiah 16:16.
Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers.
Woo!
Saith
Then
the
Yahweh
Lord.
shall come and do that. Follow me, I will make you a fisher of men. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Saith the Lord Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
Hashem Yahushua.
Yep. And those men are lively stones. We fishing for the lively stones. Come on.
It says, and they shall fish them.
Mm-hmm.
And after will I send for many hunters.
See, once that's done, see that? He gonna send for many hunters. And they what?
And they shall hunt them
You see?
from every mountain
You see?
and from every hill.
Yeah. And Jake is hand in hand with the so-called white man, so they don't know mountains and hills. You see what I'm saying? Kamala Harris, you coming down. Condoleezza Rice, you coming down. Michelle Obama, Michael Obama, whoever the hell you is, you coming down. All you niggas that's on that mountain, man. All right?
It says, and out of the holes of the rocks.
Yeah, that's going into the the elites. We're gonna get y'all out, but the whole point is getting Jake. You see what I'm saying? We getting you niggas, man. We getting you niggas. Judgment gonna start at the house of the Lord first, man. You see? Real quick, give me that. 1 Peter 4 and 17. He had it, but we ain't getting that just yet.
1 Peter 4 and 17.
Come.
This is 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High.
We ain't worried about the elite shit. We worry about Jake. You see, because look, what did he tell them before they went out to battle? He said, look, he was talking to our people. If you got this going on, this going on, this going on, see, judgment was starting at the house of God. We start here first. Lord, we coming to get you niggas, man. It's like this word coming to you first. We ain't worried about giving it to the heathen. Jake up at, you know what I'm saying? We breaking it down to you. Here comes Esau asking the question. You mad because we ain't telling them. Well, why you ain't giving it to Eric? Nigga. That's why we fishing right now. When that time come to hunt, you gonna be finished, man. Go ahead, man.
1 Peter 4 and 17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of God.
Mm-hmm.
And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High?
What you think gonna be, man? You know what I'm saying?
The gospel of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Yeah. Man, slew him on top of the altar.
Mm-hmm. First. That's how the whole thing goes up.
All right, let me go ahead and get this. This is Zechariah. This is 1 Maccabees 4:57. They decked also the forefront of the temple with crowns of gold. With crowns of gold. The forefront of the temple. Know ye not, ye are the temple. Give me 2 Ezra 2 and jump to like 44. Barbara Shah. This is serious, man. You know, Yahweh Shah made mention of this high holy day. You know, all he want us to do is remembering it. Yeah. Where you at?
2 Ezra chapter 2.
Yeah, go ahead.
The 2 Ezra chapter 2 verse 45. Mm-hmm. He answered and said unto me, these be they that have put on the mortal clothing.
No, it started at 42.
42.
Started at 40. You got it. 39, Salaki.
Second Ezra chapter 2, verse 39.
Ooh,
It says,
no. Start at 38, Salaki.
God. Second Ezra chapter 2, verse 38. Arise up and stand. Behold, the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord.
See, that's it, man.
God.
See, we talking about the feast of dedication. We having a spiritual feast this entire time, man. This is a spiritual feast.
God.
Did he say, come, eat, and buy? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Come on.
For free. It says,
That's a feast.
God.
Look, what is a buffet? That's a feast. What is it? Why is it a buffet, a feast? Because it's all you can eat. See? The scriptures say, eat so much honey is sufficient for you.
Right.
As thou find honey, my son, eat so much is sufficient for you. So it's everlasting. It's never ending. Look, the Lord said, come to the waters. These are everlasting waters. You see? They don't stop. Come on.
Which are departed from the shadow of the world.
Mm-hmm. So if you're not in the shadow of the world anymore, you're trusting in the shadow of Egypt to your confusion. If you're not doing that anymore, you more than likely should be find yourself in the feast of the Lord. And that's easy right now. Come on.
And have received glorious garments of the Lord.
Mm-hmm. So you need spiritual garments. Come on.
Take thy number, O Sion,
Come on.
and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white,
Come on.
which have fulfilled the law of the Lord.
There it is. Come on.
The number of thy children, whom thou longest for, is fulfilled.
See, that's the elect. Come on.
Beseech the power of the Lord and thy people,
That thy people.
have called from the beginning,
Which have
which have been called from the beginning,
been called. See that? From the beginning. See that? Maybe what?
may be hallowed.
See, just like the temple. You see? That's it. Come on.
I Ezra saw upon the Mount Sion, a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them, there was a young man
That lively stone, the one that was said to come. Come on.
of a high stature,
Yep.
taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads,
Thus showing you that his stature is mentioned. Thus showing you that the temple of the Lord and the kingdom is going to be so, on high. We're going to be so on high. Come on.
it says, and upon every one of their
Because
heads,
he's one of the pieces of it. You know what I'm saying?
God,
He's a chief cornerstone.
exactly.
Come on.
He said crowns.
See, he said what?
He said crowns.
Woo! Come on, man.
It was exalted more.
He was exalted more, but he's setting crowns on their heads, man. Come on.
Which I marveled at greatly.
Yep.
So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are those?
Come on.
He answered and said unto me,
Mm-hmm.
These be they
Mm-hmm.
that have put off the mortal clothing
Yep.
and put on the immortal.
They became new.
God.
Come on.
And confessed
Mm-hmm.
the name of the Most High.
Yeah, what he stand for. Come on.
And now,
Yahweh Bashim Yahushua first and foremost. Come on.
and now are they crowned
See?
and receive psalms
Mm-hmm. Come on.
or palms.
Come on.
Then said I unto the angel,
Mm-hmm.
What young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their heads?
Mm-hmm.
So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High,
Mm-hmm.
whom they have
Mm-hmm.
confessed in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim
Just
Yahushua.
like these brothers, man. You see what I'm saying? First Maccabees 4:57. They decked also the forefront of the temple with crowns of gold. You see that? They decked also the forefront of the temple with crowns of gold. Give me 1 Corinthians 3:9. Just to tie that point home, we can close up.
God.
Mm-hmm.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 9.
Yep.
It says, For we are laborers together
Mm-hmm.
with the Most High.
Come on,
Ye are God's husbandry.
come on,
Ye are God's building.
come on.
According to the grace of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
Shalachi 6:19.
God. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 19.
Mhm.
It says, what? Know ye not your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit,
See?
which is in you,
See?
which ye have of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai?
Give me 3 and 16.
All right.
Go ahead.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16. It says, know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High,
There you go, man. See that? You got it.
and that the Spirit of the Most High dwells in you?
See, know ye not that ye are the temple. First Maccabees 4 and 57. They decked also the forefront of the temple with crowns of gold. Simple tools, man. It says, and with shields. You see that? And what's the shield, man? That's this truth, man. You see what I'm saying? That's this truth. What's the shield? Give me Ephesians in the 6th chapter.
What verse?
Start at 13. Let him get it. Go ahead.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 13.
Mhm.
Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day.
Go ahead.
And having done all, to stand.
Come on.
Stand therefore,
Mhm.
having your loins girded about with truth,
What?
with truth,
Come on.
and having on the
And the
breastplate.
truth is not something that sounds cool. It's what the truth is.
God.
You see what I'm saying? How the truth is supposed to be functional and used. Come on.
And having
To
on
all of us.
the breastplate of
The
righteousness,
breastplate. Come on.
and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace.
Mm-hmm.
Above all, taking the shield,
The what?
the shield
Come on.
of faith,
Of what?
see, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
Yeah, your belief, man. You see, it's like they throwing stuff at you, but you believe in the kingdom and your house shall come in so much that keeps you protected from folding to that, succumbing to that, being put to death in your mind to that. You really believe in the Heavenly Father, so that's the faith. You see what I'm saying? So you don't take the chip. You see what I'm saying? Thus you protected from it. You protected from, if you did take it, what will come? Not the kingdom to you. You know what I'm saying? First go around, you finish, man. All right? So yeah, this is 1 Maccabees 4 and 57. They decked also the forefront of the temples with crowns of gold and with shields. And the gates and the chambers they renewed. See? Man. It says, and hang doors upon them. Thus were they very great gladness, slacking. Thus was there very great gladness among the people, for that the reproach of the heathen was put away. And we know dang well that got to be talking about after this. You see what I'm saying? In the spirit. Right? It says, moreover, Judas and his brethren with the whole congregation of Israel ordained that the days of the dedication of the altar should be kept in their season from year to year by the space of 8 days, from the 5th and 20th day of the month of Caselu was mirth and gladness. At that time, that also they built up Mount Sion with, see that? With high walls and strong towers round about it, lest the Gentiles should come and tread it down as they had done before. So the Lord's going to actually make us those towers, those walls. You see what I'm saying? And we're going to be we're going to be so high in stature and frame and spirit and understanding, you ain't going to be able to bring us down. You see? It says, in this scripture's on it anyway, as they had done before. And they set there a garrison to keep it, and fortified Basura to preserve it, that the people might have a defense against Idumea. See? So who is Idumea? It's another word for the Edomites, man. So-called white people. Those are our enemies, man. So that's what the Feast of Dedication is about. That they actually stole, you see what I'm saying, and turned into Hanukkah, but it has nothing to do with what they say it's about. You see what I'm saying? How do we get to the point of rededicating the temple? Much bloodshed and a massacre being done to us. You see what I'm saying? And us having to stand up and be compelled, you see what I'm saying, to not go. That's what that's about, man. that thus symbolizing the times of now. Going against your own for the greater good. That nigga gotta die, he gotta die, man. That's just what it is, man. Cause we ain't, so what, I'd rather die in battle, man, than to see myself sell out and to a pink, inferior rat. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather see it happen to all my people than us do that. Lord just send us back. You know what I'm saying? All right, so that's pretty much it on it, man. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and close this out. Give our honor, praise, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Wa'akodash Rakah.
All right, man. Until next time, shalom. Oh, bring that up. At 1 to 9, whoever got it.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 9. It says, the thing that hath been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun.